Thank you. Thank you very much.
That works.
What's up? What's up? How are y'all doing? Happy Wednesday, y'all.
Yeah. Man, I'm good. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Birthday was yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Some unexpected surprises. You know what I'm saying? Happened on the birthday, man. Just all I'm gonna say is that I got invited to the strip club during lunch. You know what I'm saying? Lunch
Hear that?
hours. Yeah, so I was just like, yeah, this is definitely. I was like, it's unexpected. I didn't even expect to go, but they were just like, look, we over at Sin City real quick. I'm like, it's 12:30. Yep. Well, look, you gotta meet us over here. I'm okay. You know what I'm saying? So I was at Sin City. I mean, on a Tuesday afternoon. You know what I'm saying? So that was love right there.
That's what's up. To be honest with you, I used to go to this. There's a strip club in South Charlotte that I used to go to for lunch. Their Wednesday buffet was the bomb. It was a gentleman's club though. They had, like
Yeah.
Susan, Becky was up there dancing. It wasn't like, Mississippi and Mercedes. They're like, no.
Yeah, I'm gonna say like this: the
Their
day
Wednesday
shift,
buffet was the bomb.
the
So
the day shift strippers are a little bit more calm. You don't see them like jumping from pole to pole.
no,
You
they do
don't really see that
this.
during the day
They,
shift.
they
You know what I'm
JV.
saying?
That's why. That's
Yeah.
why they working during the day. They the JV
I
team.
was like, man, the night shift, the night shift girls actually can fly. I honestly believe they really actually can fly human flight because if you can jump from a pole and land all the way on the other pole and still in a spinning motion, that is a hell of a talent. That needs to be in the Olympics. I'm serious. Like, I'm not even lying. You know what I'm saying? That I think it needs. Hey, I'll vote for it. I'll watch it. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? That makes sense. If those strippers can do that, then they definitely could be and they could Dominique Dawes it, like
You
doing
know, I'm just
do a swan dance or something.
I'm just saying it takes real talent to do that. Like, yep, like if you
It
ever get to
does.
see if you see it, I mean you could probably pull it up on YouTube or whatever. Just like you gotta look how far the other pole is, and they're jumping from the top, you know what I mean, to the other pole and then sliding down backwards. You know what I mean? Like that takes talent. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? That takes real talent.
It really does. No lie, it really does.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
So,
glad you enjoyed your birthday. Happy belated birthday,
oh,
Mark.
thank you.
Happy
Appreciate
birthday
it.
to the homie,
So
of
much.
You know what I'm
course.
saying?
Oh,
You know what I mean? Had a fun conversation with y'all in the morning. You know what I'm saying? I enjoyed that. You know what I'm saying? Enjoyed that very much so. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, y'all always know how to bring it out, man. So, you know what I mean? Shoot. I was like, man, I enjoyed that. You know what I'm saying? And the rest of the birthday, I don't know, my birthday was backwards. You know what I'm saying? It's like I started off, you know what I mean, cracking with y'all, right? End up at the strip club, then end up, you know what I mean, for real, with the kids doing ice cream and cake, you know what I mean, for real, later on. So usually it's supposed to be reversed. The kids first in the strip club
Right,
later.
you
You know
start
what I
off
mean?
chill
oh
and
yeah.
then you
Okay.
turn up at night.
Yeah, I did the whole thing in reverse. You know what I'm saying?
Cool.
Well, happy belated birthday.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Kazo, what you got going on with you?
I'm chilling. Actually, went back to work today. I took some time off.
Okay.
Took about a week and a half off. Came back to work in the middle of the week. It's like you're like a fucking newborn baby when you come back to work after time off. Feel like you ever be away from work so long, you get back like, damn, how the fuck do I do my job? Like I
Yes,
was in one,
I need training again. I need to be
I was in
trained
one of
again.
them. I was in one of those type of situations, until about I'd say about noon. I'm still trying to catch up to some things, but yeah, coming back. I mean, vacations are great, man, but when you gone for like over a week, man, just going back to work just fucking sucks. To be perfectly honest with you, but yeah,
Mm,
at least it's
yeah,
close
that.
to the weekend. Shit.
Yeah. You came back in the middle of the week, then you get to, you know what I mean, for real, skedaddle on out for the weekend. That's cool.
Right.
Like, look, I give y'all about Wednesday, Thursday. I mean, don't really count on me doing much on Friday. I'll be here, but I'm kind of not here.
And I'm trying to use that a little bit, Mark, because rest of this week I'm gonna be like, oh shit, hold on, I didn't know about that. Okay, I'll go ahead and let y'all handle that since I wasn't here. Go ahead and close that out.
Right.
Since you already started it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't really got nothing to contribute to the group project. Just put my name on it. Appreciate
Yeah, holla at me next week. I'll be really back next week,
it. Right.
Yes, I feel you.
Absolutely.
I feel
Absolutely.
you. Nothing's going on with me. I'm chilling. It's Wednesday. I mean, here I am.
Yeah.
On screen with y'all.
Did you get your Chick-fil-A today? I know you're frequent Chick-fil-A.
I do frequent Chick-fil-A, but I did not get it today.
Okay.
I did not
Man,
get it today.
listen, speaking of Chick-fil-A, right? These motherfuckers are unfair, right? And I'm gonna tell you why. You know what I'm saying? Now, listen, Chick-fil-A is like kind of like far from, where I live, right? So that means, like if you're going to Chick-fil-A, either you're out in, in your travels, or you actually have to really drive there, right? Well, guess what? They built one, right down the street from my mama crib. I'm
Nice.
like, Lord, this ain't gonna be good. Seriously. If I end up looking like a NFL defensive tackle, you know what happened. You know what I'm saying?
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A. Yeah, seriously.
But Mark, where you live at in particular, where they gonna find people to work at Chick-fil-A? Because you gotta not be slick with the tongue. You can't be saying, "Hey, what you want to order, dickhead?" Hey, boy,
yo, you know what? You're right, because I'm just like, I think it's literally, it has to be 3 Chick-fil-A's in the city, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? All the rest of them in the burbs, right? So they nice. In the burbs, they nice. So I'm like, man, I haven't been to the city once, so I'm like, boy, that I like, how nice can a Philly person be? It's gonna be a real test. It's gonna be a real test. They're gonna have to make up special rules for Philly Chick-fil-A.
The reason I ask is, how Chick-fil-A pride themselves on their customer service, the my pleasure, and all that stuff. And you guys' favorite insult is, I don't know, y'all call people dickhead like on demand up there in Philly.
Yeah,
like,
is dickhead.
Thanks for shopping with us, dickhead. Oh shit! Yeah. Now you got to fire, motherfucker.
Yeah, is dickhead and pussy, right? But but here's the thing: when they sound out the word pussy, that is super disrespect. Like pussy, like that's super disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? Like if somebody say that, you just gotta hit them. Like in mid puss, you gotta hit them. You got to. You know what I'm saying? Because it's very disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta see how this is gonna go.
Facebook user.
I gotta see how this Chick-fil-A is gonna go. But yeah, they built one right down the street from Mama crib. She going one Chick-fil-A. Obviously. The kids going one Chick-fil-A, obviously. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna be in there. Even when I ain't even hungry, I'm gonna still be in there. This isn't good.
Listen, I frequent Chick-fil-A so much that I've accumulated points. I can get meals for free.
Damn. You know what I mean? You got Chick-fil-A frequent flyer miles and shit.
I do. Yeah, every time you go to Chick-fil-A, have them scan your app, right? They can scan your QR code and you accumulate. So each thing that you order accumulates points. So then you can cash those points in, like 300 points is a brownie, or like 500 points is a drink, or you can get a whole meal for free.
The damn Cobb salad is my shit.
That's what I get. I get the Cobb salad with extra egg.
Salad, man. That shit is next level.
I'm trying. Yeah, it's crazy because anytime I'm going to Chick-fil-A, I get all the orders popping through the phone, right? You know what I'm saying? I think my sister-in-law, she gets that Southwest salad, spicy joint or whatever. Right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I forgot what else she orders with that, but she orders like something else with it. You know what I'm saying? But she be going to town on that joint. I'm like, yo, so I know them salads be hitting, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, man, people really be on it.
But that Cobb is hitting.
Yeah, okay. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to remember that. You know what I'm saying? Get my salad on over at Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A salads, they got me in the chokehold.
Yo, but you know how they did do them commercials when they have them testimonies, yo? They really be talking about them salads, though. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, that sound good. The way she talking about it.
Yeah, they're a big deal.
They should hire me because when they had that lemon kale salad, let me tell you something. That lemon kale salad at Chick-fil-A was the bomb, but it was only for a limited time. So when they take away, the favorite thing, I'm like, lemon kale. I even did an Instagram about it. Like, Chick-fil-A, please bring back that. I was playing around one day. I was so bored. I did a change You know how you go to change.org and you write and you sign up a petition?
No, you didn't.
I created a petition to bring back that lemon kale salad at Chick-fil-A. Yes, I did.
Man, I'm trying to tell you. That's
people signed it too.
Man, I think that sounds like some people, who like that peach milkshake or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, man.
It's like during the holidays when everything is pumpkin flavored.
Yeah, yep. All of that. Crazy. Crazy.
What you eating?
Yeah. I mean, look good, you know what I'm saying? Like,
sorry,
shoot.
I gotta eat. This is live TV. That is steak, peppers, and onions.
No, but see, it's one thing when you hungry. Like when Merv get on and eat, it's because Merv ain't eat all day. You look like you really enjoying what you eat. Merv just be eating just to be like, man, nigga, I ain't eat. Yeah, I mean all day.
I didn't eat. I was trying to eat before the pot. I didn't work. It didn't work out.
But it looks like you enjoying it. See, the difference is Merv, might have a steak and egg bagel and he just going to town on it like, yo, this joint really don't taste all that good, but I'm hungry. You look like you're enjoying it. See, it's a difference.
Yeah, it's food for the soul.
There you go.
Let's get to the show. Thank you so much, y'all, for watching. We appreciate y'all that are here. Let's start. And Nick Cannon news.
Oh, Lord. Here we go.
Nick Cannon says Mariah Carey is his fantasy and would be open to rekindling their relationship. So Nick Cannon was on a pod and was asked about all of his relations. And he was asked, if you was to have the chance to get back with Mariah, would you take it? He was like, absolutely. Mariah was his first, like his first real love, his first main love, his strong love. And if the door was open to get back with Mariah Carey, Nick Cannon said he absolutely would. Now, I'm not sure how his 4 other baby mamas feel about that, because 2 of his baby mamas are currently pregnant.
Wait a minute, 4 or 8?
No, he has 8 children, 5 baby mothers.
So okay, all right.
Yeah.
Well, and we don't know how the fuck Mariah feel about all that, man. Mariah ain't trying to buy no fucking.
Listen, Mariah don't want no damn parts of Nick Cannon.
Ain't trying to buy no damn McDonald's for no 8 kids and shit.
She don't even acknowledge his other kids. Like Mariah don't care about that. So I'm gonna start with you, Mark. What do you think about Nick Cannon saying he wanna spin the block on Mariah Carey?
Man, well, guess what? I read just before I came on here, he want to get back with Kim Kardashian. I'm like, when was they together? You know what I'm saying? Oh, that must have been a long time ago.
So smashed Kim Kardashian?
Yes, so
probably everybody has by this point. But,
right.
So the tea is that Ray J stole Kim Kardashian from Nick Cannon. He said that on his show. He was with Kim during the time that Ray J and her sex tape came out.
Right.
Dirty dick Nick. I like it.
Man. I think, I don't know, man. One thing, I'm going to say about Nick Cannon, I think he's using this thing as a front. Like when he say, oh yeah, I'm sick, I don't got long. Nah, man. I think that boy going to live a long time. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, you don't never hear about him getting no treatment and nothing like that. Oh, you ain't sick. You just, for it just popped in your head. Like, look, this is the type of life I want to live. And now you living it. Don't say you don't got no time left. Because I'm like, dude, like, ever since that announcement, I'm like, man, it's like years later, you still here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Nah, man. No, I'm just saying he's still here, though. I'm just like, Lord, like, you ain't sick, man. I'm like, whatever you got, you beat it like magic beat AIDS. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, look, man, he good. Nick ain't going nowhere. Nick just shooting this shot with everybody. Like, yo, I want to spin the block on Mariah. I want to spin it on Kim Kardashian. You know what I mean? And the thing is with Nick, though, it's like, all right, so back then, when she left Nick for Ray J or whatever, right? I mean, Nick was kind of like a corny bull, right? But corny is kind of in now. You know what I'm saying? It's been in for a minute. So, you know what I'm saying? Now it's like, yo, man, like the tables have turned. He's corny and I'm not. You know what I'm saying? So, let me spin the block on everybody. Everybody who dumped me. Come all y'all come back. Nick, I ain't mad at you, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, look, the dude is a workaholic. He got about like 15 jobs, so obviously he's gonna be able to support the kids. You know what I'm saying? Because he has 15 jobs. If you got 15 jobs, you're supporting all type of kids. Shit.
He got a job for each kid.
Nick Cannon got cake, so I mean.
Yeah, but he on everything. He's literally on everything. I'm like, man, listen. Every night it's a show that he on. Every night.
Let me ask you this though, Morgan. I know we're gonna get into this later. This is a yes or no question because I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna come back to this later. Do you consider Nick Cannon a city boy?
Yeah, I mean his behavior definitely a city boy. His behavior is definitely a city boy at this point.
That's all I need. I'm gonna come full circle later. That's all I want to know.
All right, that's cool. That's cool.
But we coming back to him.
We'll come back to that. Stacks, what you think about Nick Cannon?
Man. Mariah Carey ain't a bad chick to spin the block on, but Mariah ain't trying to fuck with Nick Cannon, man.
Hell no.
Mariah ain't really. but you never know in the celebrity world, man, because a lot of times these celebrities, they'll get back into relationships if it's going to get them more, publicity and shit like that. Like that's literally a thing. Like, you know what? I don't really fuck with him like that, but this will probably, I ain't really no noise out there about me right now. This will put me out there, on social media and shit like that and get me some views. I mean, as if Mariah needs it. I mean, she's an icon as far as R&B, but sometimes when people's name ain't really ringing out like it used to, they'll do drastic. These stars will do drastic shit just to get themselves back out there. So
absolutely,
I wouldn't be surprised if Nick was able to close the deal again, because I know that everybody was talking that they need to send y'all remember the chick that dumped Michael B. Jordan?
Lori Harvey.
We're gonna get to her later too.
Everybody was saying, Mark, hey, we need to send Nick Cannon in there to do the job because that was a win for the city girls. So we need to send Nick Cannon in there to recoup.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
Dirty Nick will close the deal.
Right. Mariah Carey is hiding right now. She's in hibernation. She hibernates every year. She only comes out in December. She only comes out outside once a year. So right now, Mariah Carey is hibernating and she's chilling, and we won't see her again till December. If she pop back up in November, December with Nick Cannon,
man,
he's the GOAT. He's the GOAT.
I'm gonna say like this: anything's possible because I mean, Mariah showed up for the BET Awards. I'm like, I just like that's the last place you expect to see. Mariah at the BET Awards, but she was there.
Yeah, but she's half black, so that was her black side that showed up.
Yeah, but to Mark's point, I think that Mariah is at a place right now. To me, Mariah Carey always been crazy, but to me, I think Mariah Carey is at a point where I would think that I was shocked when I heard she was at the BET Awards, because I would think that the BET Awards is above her. Like Rika saying, like she's bougie. Like she might not be that bougie. I mean, she does have some damn crazy ass. I think she's had some city girl tendencies in the past.
Yeah,
as well now.
I think the BET Awards was last minute. Like this is why the BET Awards really was kind of lit. You know what I mean? This year, right? Because Mariah Carey showed up when she wasn't supposed to show up, and of course, he shows up, and I know damn well he wasn't thinking about it, and then he just, yo, man, you know what? I should go over there and support my man Diddy, and then just walked on stage. Like that probably wasn't planned at all. He just showed up. You know what I mean? He flew a chop over there or something.
He showed up with whatever he had on.
He ain't care. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so.
When you one of the richest black people in America, I mean, everybody gonna say nothing to you, man. That nigga got cake, man. Ain't nobody gonna say shit to Kanye, man. They might call him crazy, but who gives a shit? Motherfucker, a billionaire.
I just think, he just really just thought about it and just, hey man, fire up the chopper. You know what I'm saying? Let me go to BET Awards, man. I'm gonna just walk on stage, man. That's it. You know what I'm saying?
Who's gonna say anything to him?
Nobody. I'm like, man, like some people just, when they show up certain places, ain't really nothing you can do. It's just, you know what I'm saying? Like I remember, like, when Iverson, walked into the locker room to talk to the team at halftime, what the coaches do. Like, is security gonna say anything? To him? For real, walking in the team, talk to the team? Hell no. He walk in the back. Well, ain't nothing we could do about that. He just gonna say what he got to say. You know what I'm saying? I think that's how it is with Ye. And I was just like, well, I think Brandy, you might have not been playing, but shit, she wanted that look. You know what I mean? Jack Harlow might have made that call last minute, like, hell yeah, I'll be right there. You know what I'm saying? Shit. So that's a good look for her. You know what I mean? Good look for him too. But
good luck with that, Nick Cannon. If you listening, Mariah don't want you. I think that ship has sailed.
Yeah, it has.
You might as well just try. Christina Milian don't want you either. Kim Kardashian don't want you. She's with her white boy, so she's unavailable as well. So you might as well just go on and stick with one of the Wild 'N Out chicks. Get another one of them pregnant.
I'll say like this. I think if Nick can get a late night conversation with any one of them, I think he can make a move. I think they have to pick up the phone though. I don't know if they answering the phone for him, but if they do, I think Nick can do something. You know what I'm saying?
I still think he can close it. I mean, I think Mariah's out of his grasp, but I would not be shocked if at the end of the summer, Labor Day, you see them together somewhere on some beach that when nobody was supposed to see them. I mean, it's a long shot, but
paparazzi gonna catch him.
Yeah, right now. Right now he on the block list for Mariah's phone, but he like, listen, she don't got phone number 8. You know what I mean? I got the 8th burner. I got the 8th burner right here. You know what I mean? Shoot, if you can get her on the phone just to say hello. Wait a minute, don't hang up. You know what I'm saying? Just let me speak my piece real quick. If you can get that in there, I got faith in Nick. I think, you know what I'm saying? I got faith in him.
Well, we'll see in a couple months if Mariah ends up pregnant again. Yo, wouldn't that be crazy though if Mariah is pregnant if she ends up having another one of Nick's babies?
I think that if that happens, I think the City Boys would have clinched the title. If Nick gets Mariah, I think that's it for the year. I think that's an insurmountable lead right there.
I'm gonna say like this, and really, I mean, the City Girls is in front, like they really are. But if Nick pulls out that's like a 50-point shot. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even lying. That turns the whole tide right there.
I'm about to look it up. Rico. Hold on. Mariah Carey she's 53.
Straight up. Shoot. We don't care. She an icon. You know what I'm saying?
Mariah Carey is
straight up, I like, man, Mariah icon. You know what I mean? When something happens with Mariah, it's news. Just like when something happens with Janet, it's news. You know what I mean? Right. Because she's icon.
Right.
She's an ambassador in her 60s.
And see? Man, people still be talking, boys still talk about Angela, like, yo, you see that 911 John? Like, yo. Like, seriously, like, yo, send me the clip. You know what I mean? I like, man. I like, listen, them ladies from the 90s, man, shoot. I like, man, we still feel some type of way about that. You know what I'm saying?
All of that. We're gonna get into all of that. Let's stay with these crazy celebrities and what they got going on. I'm not sure if y'all are aware of this, but Neo recalls why he didn't sign Lucky Day. He said, I let him in my house and this nigga is asleep with a chick in my bed. Let me tell you something. I don't know what these people do on these podcasts. They just be running their mouth. But again, Neo was being interviewed on Frequently Asked Questions podcast, and they asked him about some artists that are out now. And Neo was going to sign Lucky Day. He's another R&B singer. Yeah. He said back in the day, before Lucky Day became really famous or whatever, he was in his house chilling or whatever, and Neo had to go away to do some business. But he was cool with Lucky Day. So he was like, yo, you can stay at the crib. You ain't got to leave. Just don't go in my bedroom.
No.
You have the whole house to yourself. It's a big old house, giant mansion or whatever. He was like, don't go in my bedroom.
Sounds like he did the exact opposite.
He came home and found Lucky Day in his bed with a chick. They was in there comfy cozy. He was like, yo, what the hell? And then after that, he decided not to sign Lucky Day. Listen, fellas, ladies, y'all gotta stop taking advantage of these celebrities. Are not playing with y'all. Like, I don't understand why people think that you could just go into somebody else's house and in their bed with a chick because they're gone. I don't understand this, fellas. But y'all, if y'all was Lucky Day, and you were staying in a celebrity's house, big old mansion. He said you could have free reign to the house. You could do whatever it is that you want. Just don't go in my bedroom.
How old am I in this scenario?
You're in your 20s.
Okay. Listen.
Fellas, y'all bringing a chicken into the house in the bed.
When you out there in your 20s and you single, you doing just about anything to close the deal. And in my 20s, I probably would have faked like it's my house. And I probably would have just said, yeah, this is my house. It's my bedroom. I would have taken all the fucking Neo's pictures down and all that shit, flip them shits over and do all that crazy shit. Because I just remember back in the day when I was out there in the streets, like you would say anything to close the deal. I mean, all you trying to do is close the deal and then send them back to the streets, right, Mark? I mean, you're really trying. Yeah, you now. I see why. You know what? I kind of support the kid now. I know it was wrong. I know it was wrong, but I would have done that at that age. I know myself at that age. I would have done the same thing just to close the deal.
And I'm like, man, you know, I'm like, in if you think about it from this standpoint, right? I'm like, Neo's room could have been the first room, like in the crib. You know what I mean? You already sauced. You know what I mean? You already been drinking, smoking, whatever, right?
Absolutely.
I'm just like, you don't give a damn, you know what I mean, who room it is at that point. You know what I'm saying? You just like, look, you know what I mean? For like, oh, you got free reign in the house, but the other bedroom's on the other side of the mansion. I'm not walking no 10 minutes, you know what I mean, for her to get this chick. You know what I mean? His room right there. Yeah, look, you know what I'm saying? No, we good. You know, now here's where Lucky Day messed up. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, now listen. Yeah, it's one thing if you know what I mean, Neo walked in, y'all smashing or something. Oh, damn, my bad. You know what I'm saying? But you all cuddled up with her. I'm like, this a one-hitter quitter. You know what I mean? What you cuddled up with her for, man? You supposed to do the deed and be like, all right, the Uber outside.
Right.
Like, you ain't supposed to be cuddled up, staying over. What? Nah.
Yeah, in my Plies voice, ain't no overnight bag, bitch.
Yeah, I like that. I like, listen, you could have did it even a better way. Just like, I don't know, Uber outside. I like, man, shoot. I like, look, you about to come in some money. Look, I call you the Uber Lux tonight, sweetheart. Don't worry. You know what I mean? Shoot. I have, you know what I mean, I had something nice come get you. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's crazy. I think, but you know, one thing I'm starting to notice with all of these celebrities is that like they call it Hollyweird for a reason. Like not Hollywood, but Hollyweird. Like they say that for a reason because some of the stories that, like, if you listen to Fat Joe or Tank tell these stories about these things that happen in with celebrities when you're in these places, it's like all of them are crazy. I don't know. I think maybe for the chick, maybe she just, you know, was excited to be in Neo house and like Lucky Day was the one who was there. I have no idea, but there's no way that you could just be sleeping. You could be in somebody else's house just chilling and bring a chick over and you act like it's your house. I mean, Neo did say to him, you know, you good, you got free reign, just stay out of my bedroom. And that's the first place he went. And they had a chick in the bedroom. Like y'all was good. I mean, maybe it was a good session and they both was worn out, so they fell asleep. And that's when Neo happened to come in the house.
I mean, I kind of understand Neo, but then I kind of don't because I'm just like, listen, you know what I'm saying? That's just like, I'm like, when like my man, you know what I mean, for real, you know, he just, you know what I mean, had this brand new BMW 7 John, right? You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, he let me hold it. You know what I mean? And I smashed the chick in his car. Like, I was like, listen, she was with it. I was like, man, you know, she was with it. I was like, yo, you know, I ain't telling y'all, I mean, that was my cousin car. Like, yo, this is my joint for the night. You know what I'm saying? But I told my cousin what happened. I was just like, yeah, man, that's why I was late bringing it back because I took it to the detail shop. You know what I mean? Wow. Make sure you cool. You know what I'm saying? But I'll ask my cousin. He just like, damn, cuz, you know what I mean? For real, like in the car, I like, cuz, I was just like, man, listen, man, I was the hottest boy out there that night. You know what I mean? Shoot, so it was going to go down. You know what I'm saying? I ain't feel like driving all the way to my crib.
Huh? You don't think that's a violation? Like if you borrow somebody's stuff or you're in somebody's house or you're using somebody else's things, you don't think that's a violation to just do whatever?
I'm gonna say like this: in your 20s, oh man, like you know, I mean, it's hard. Violations are like gray areas in your 20s, like especially for a man. Like it's a lot of gray area, like you know, because I'm like, if you look, I look at the stuff that I did, and I look at the stuff that happened to me. You know what I'm saying, with my stuff, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, well, yo, cuz I ain't had nowhere to go. I'm like, nigga, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, did you change the sheets and shit? You know what I mean? For whatever, like, all right. I'm like, why my bed? Why can't you do it on the couch, man? You know what I'm saying? Yo, I was just trying to, really put the work in. I'm like, in my bed though. You know what I'm saying?
Now, what dude could have done? He probably could have said, if he was slick and quick thinking, he probably could have said, you know what, this is the master bedroom, but I got some construction and stuff going on in there, so we're gonna have to, go to this guest room or whatever. I think if he was quick on his feet, he could have done that.
I think so.
He was out of pocket, but people in their early 20s do out of pocket stuff, man. Before I met my wife, I had very questionable activity going on in my life, like very questionable type activity.
Beside you.
But I'm talking about before I got my wife. I was in them streets, kind of hard,
So you just do crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? Right. It's just the 20s is all blur. I'm just, I just blame it on that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you was raised better than that. I know you was raised better than that.
Hey, sometimes I look back and just think of how lucky I am to really be alive, because that's also a time when you think you're invincible and nothing can happen to you. So you do all kind of reckless.
Yeah,
kind of reckless.
You don't be caring. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look. Hey, listen. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get out the streets, but the streets still be calling. You know what I'm saying?
Don't even lie. Don't be on this lie. You're not gonna lie on today.
I'm just saying. You got a conscience now. You know what I mean? Conscience. You got a conscience now, man. So.
You see that stat? He had his birthday yesterday. Now he grown up.
Yeah, not really, but you know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, but you think about still afterwards, like, oh man, maybe I shouldn't have did that. You know what I'm saying? That's about it though. But nah, I'm gonna say like this. I'm gonna blame it on, the alcohol for the boy Lucky Day. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna blame it on the alcohol and the weed. That's how I think it happened in the bedroom. I think in clear conscience, he'd have went to another room, but when the alcohol and the weed takes possession, you know what I'm saying? In your 20s, you just bound to do some reckless shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I think.
Speaking of something kind of reckless, let me remove this for a second so y'all can read this. So Justin the Boy posts, I don't understand why women that don't or never go through phone, she got to be cheating. And then Queen Naja replied, no, because if you got to keep tabs on a nigga, you don't need him. And whatever is done secretly will always come out eventually. Doesn't mean women are cheating. What do you guys think about that? Do you think that if a woman has never gone through a man's phone or anything, that she's scheming in the background? You think what you think that's all about?
I think me personally, I think she's a confident woman that's not she's confident. She isn't what do you call it? I think she's confident. I think that she's confident in her standing in a relationship and things of that nature. Because I think it's very, very, if you feel the need to go through my phone, that means you're insecure. That means you're going to question every activity I do, even if I'm at work, or if you got to go through my phone randomly on a daily basis. Why are you with me? That means you don't trust me. So I don't need to be with you if you need to go through my phone. So I think that's a very warped way of thinking on her part. I think that's her issue. She can't, I hate when people say, I don't understand. They try to make a generalization that only that doesn't apply to the masses, but they wanna give it that broad generalization so they can have like a team. Whereas some women most real women will be like, I ain't about to be with no man. If I gotta check his phone every 5 minutes, that mean I don't need to be with him. That's how
but you got people that got some insecurities that really has nothing to do with the person that they're currently with. It's everybody that they've been with in the past. So somebody may have, been cheated on, or they just, they find themselves always dating the same person, which is a person that they don't trust, right? A person that has questionable activity. So when they're with somebody that they actually can trust, in the very beginning, they don't know that. So they're still acting as if they have to watch this person.
Yeah.
So they may go through the phone to find something. And when you're looking for something, you're going to find it.
Yeah. And I'll tell her real quick, I'll tell her right out the gate. What we're not going to do here, I'm not going to pay for any mistakes or from your past relationship. So your trust issues that extended with
your trust issues.
Yeah, your trust issues are your trust issues, or the trust issues you have with the last people you was with. Don't put that on me. Because I'm not paying for those mistakes. We can just end this right now. If you don't trust me, based off of your past relationships, and if this keeps happening to you probably need to do a self-assessment to figure out why every time you get a dude, they fuck around on you.
Yeah, I mean, heard that. Hey, Becca, post that again. I want to see what this bull said. I just gotta see it.
Justin LeBoy say, I don't understand women that don't or have never gone through phone. She got to be cheating, respectfully.
See, here's a dude right here, right? And I feel bad for the bull. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm just like, what he's really trying to say is, every chick I deal with is a whole city girl. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of chicks he deal with. So this is, you know what I mean? This is his way of thinking. Like, man, what's wrong with her? She ain't going through my phone. Like, you know what I'm saying? Listen, so he right now, he's probably getting towards transition. Like, you know what? I'm tired of trying, but about to get stabbed. I'm tired of that. You know what I'm saying? But the women that he liked though are city girls, and they probably try to stab him and shit like that. Once he realizes, y'all mean it's a better life, y'all mean than getting stabbed or almost getting stabbed. Y'all mean he'll think differently. Right now, though, he chases city girls, and this is the type of thinking he ends up with. Y'all mean that's what I think about the bull.
Just so y'all know, Facebook user is OTT. I should have known because she said I'm still in the streets at age 40. I like how she's my classmate as well, so I like how she shaved a couple of years off. That's okay. That's okay, classmate. But I ain't gonna put out there that you ride along with me at going on 43, but that's okay. Yeah, we sniffed you out, classmate. But you know what?
Why her name ain't coming up though? Her name usually
she might be viewing from the wrong thread. If you view from a different thread, because I'm looking at it on Facebook, and I don't know why it does that, but yeah, that is OTT.
She commented from her Finsta, from her fake account, from her trap account.
I mean the burner account,
her KD account.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna say like this, Justin LeBoy, listen. You know what I'm saying? Once you stop dealing with city girls, I mean you won't have to worry about that. Trust me. You know what I'm saying? They all don't act like
that. Wow. Hey, let me flip that on you, Becky. You ever been in a relationship or anything like that where you felt like you had to check a motherfucking phone every 5 minutes? Even when you was in your 20s, because
no, I've been in relationships where I felt his actions were questionable, of course. But I never went through the phones because I'm gonna find out anyway. Right? I'm gonna find out anyway. I just knew you kind of sometimes, you can get an inkling that something ain't right? But it don't always have to be cheating. It can be some other stuff. It don't always have to be cheating. But I've never gone through phones like that. Like everybody puts their phone upside down anyway, and I don't really understand why that people do that. But it's just like it don't matter what it could be, just mind your business, because your phone really is kind of your thing, right? It's like almost like a violation when somebody goes through your phone. It doesn't even matter if nothing is in it but memes and pictures of your kids and funny jokes with your friends. It could be nothing on your phone, but just going through the phone is a violation, even if there's no reason for you to. But I've never done it. I don't have the time to do it. There's been times that I was like, I should go through it. I should find out what's going on. But you also kind of give yourself trauma when you do that. You cause your own hurts because when you go looking for something, you're gonna find it, and it may not even be what you think because it needs a backstory.
I'm gonna say like this.
I just avoid going through the phone.
If you have a chick and she's on that kind of go through the phone type situation, right? You would rather her go through your phone at her house. You don't want it to happen at your house because if she'll go through the phone type chick, she also might be a break up all your shit type of chick. You know what I'm saying?
She's definitely a Clorox your clothes chick.
I'm like, man, listen. Every time a chick got mad at me, the one thing I noticed is we was at her crib. We wasn't at my crib. Except my first apartment, you know what I mean, which wasn't shit. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't really care. Just don't break my TV. You know what I mean? For real, that was the only thing that was important to me in that place, in that spot. Or the car. You know what I'm saying? You know, but I was like, man, listen, you know, like when I sense a chick getting mad, I'll switch cars. Like, all right, I ain't driving the main car. I'm gonna drive the bucket. You know what I mean? Over there. If she break up that shit, I don't give a shit. You know what I'm saying? But no, the one with the TVs in it, no, we ain't gonna do that one. We gonna leave that home. You know what I'm saying? So
you got a car
huh?
You got a car for the side chicks?
Oh yeah, you know what I mean? I used to do that. You know what I'm saying? Now I can't keep up with the stories now. So
nobody is checking pages. Okay, yeah. Nobody's checking pages. Coles used to drive her nuts.
Man, what?
Nobody is 143 or like what was it? The one that spelled hello 443770.
Oh, Boobless.
Yes, bring Beepers back. Yes, I would like for Beepers to come back too.
Man,
I would definitely have one. If they bring Beepers pages back, I'm getting one just because. Especially with a smart beeper, because that was $2 a month back in the day, back in the 90s. We're gonna talk about 90s in a minute. All right, let's end with this one. This one might connect to what we're talking about. We'll get into it. It says, stop dating broke men. Stop helping struggling men. Stop loving men at their lowest. Stop feeling pity for men who can't make a living for themselves. Damn. Men never look back after finding themselves.
Shit.
Right. Let me read that one again. Let me run that back. Stop dating broke men. Stop helping struggling men. Stop loving men at their lowest. Stop feeling pity for men who can't make a living for themselves. Men never look back after finding themselves.
Damn. See,
to me, they gonna do it.
To me, this is another situation where she probably had a bad experience. She wasn't with me shooting in the gym.
She's not gonna
Yo, I think, could you put that back up one more time? I need to look at that one more again.
Yes, I'm gonna bring it right back up. So stop dating broke men. Stop helping struggling men. Stop loving men at their lowest. Stop feeling pity for men who can't make a living for themselves. Men never look back after finding themselves.
So I hate to judge her or whatever, but I hope this isn't coming from a place where she picked up a brother. Right, like Jamal said, she sounds kind of hurt. So you have women out there that like projects, and sometimes the project actually works. Sometimes, like, I'm gonna build him up. I'm gonna bring him back to. He might be down here, but I'm gonna bring him up. And he probably, got his shit together. Started making some dough. Started looking all jazzy and nice. He probably got the nigga shave and a haircut and shit. And he had that shit in a while. And chicks started feeling him, and he probably started feeling himself. And he might have dipped out and say, hey, look, you done picked me up, so let me go ahead and choke them deuces. I think that it's better to meet somebody at their worst, and you guys, like, two people at their worst are two people that really ain't got much going on. If they build together, that's more that to me. I like that, but I don't like the fact that it's, to me, it sounds like another general. Like, she had a bad experience, So she's like, it's like she's putting up the bat single and warning, like, hey, I was dealing with this ain't shit nigga that was broke and all this shit. I brought him up and the motherfucker bounced on me. And you have a whole lot of men out there that's going to do the exact opposite. If they at their lowest and they got a chick that helped them get back, the way they were and help build them up and stuff like that, they're going to be loyal. They're going to be loyal to the motherfucker. They're going to respect her for bringing him from the bottom, up to the top. That's just my opinion.
Man, shoot. But you know what though? I'm gonna say like this: you have women out there, you know what I mean, and they've said this quote plenty of times, where some women like, yeah, I like a man broke so I can control him. I like a man homeless so I can control him. Right? Some women want to control a man. That's what they want. You know what I'm saying? So if they have, for the means, the financials and all of that, I'm saying? It's like, look, I'm saying? Just, for real, just give me the D and do what I tell you to do. And we in a perfect relationship. Some women actually think like that. You know what I'm saying? So, they don't really want to build them up. They just want to, it's like a pimp and a prostitute. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, listen, I'm gonna keep her looking good, but I ain't giving her no money. You know what I'm saying? So that's how they do the ball, like, to keep him looking good and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? But they don't really want him to actually be able to do it for himself. So I was just like, man, you have women out there like that, and it's quite a few of them. They take on the project just so they can, he can act how they want him to act, right? And he might buck a little bit. He might take the Altima or the Kia. You know what I'm saying? While you at work, and get something in, like that might happen like that. But for the most part, he need a place to stay. He need to stay, looking the part. You know what I'm saying? So that's how they use that. Now this sister right here, I don't really know. It sounds like that. It comes like, I think Jamal said it earlier. It sounds like coming from a place of hurt. But some women ain't like that. They just want to control the bull. You know what I'm saying? And I think there's more women that want to control the man than a woman speaking like that, talking about she hurt.
I like this comment right here because I can relate to this. Me and my wife, my now wife, we came into the relationship together. Both of us ain't had shit. I was a knucklehead. Believe it or not, y'all, I was probably on my way to getting kicked out of the military when I met my wife. Believe it or not, and she was a shift manager at Crystals or whatever. So both of us ain't had shit, and we built what we have, by supporting each other and things of that nature. And that's why my wife doesn't work because I told her she can work if she wants to. But I mean that's where we're at. Like she helped me build my empire, so I'm giving her the world. I'm not bragging. That's just how it is. She don't have to work.
Talk your shit, cuzzo.
I mean, it just is what it is,
Yeah, I mean, I can understand where she's coming from, because that is very true. That when he get on, he leave your ass for a white girl, right? That's what Kanye said.
Right.
So there are certain instances where men better themselves, and then the chick that they was with, they start feeling themselves, so they don't even show the chick that helped them come up any love. That's why we always find it, it's always beautiful when you hear about Dr. Dre, Snoop still being with, Ice Cube, still being with their women for so long, besides, not Dr. Dre, this other one I'm thinking of, that been with their women for so long, Samuel L. Jackson, Denzel Washington, right? They always talk about, Denzel recently was talking about this, that Pauletta paid for their first date. He didn't even have enough money to pay for the first date.
And that's dope.
You know what I'm saying? Like, she paid for the first date. She had to send him home. Like, that was their first date. And then now he's Denzel Washington, right?
Yeah.
And, you know what I'm saying? So you do have those situations where you help, you meet a guy and he's, at one stage, and then, you help him get to a better stage, and then he leaves you. And then you have it where he gives you the world. But there are a lot of times where men get used to that help, and they never exceed past that help.
Oh,
like
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Even if their woman brings him to another level, whatever level he's at, she got to help him at that level too. And then they come up together, and then she has to help him at that level too. So the guys never ever taking on themselves. Like I helped you get here, but it could be very exhausting. I have to continue to help you. I have to continue to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And it is very true. Sometimes it is a lot where, okay,
Peace,
I,
Sam.
you
Yeah,
know what I'm
what
saying?
up?
Not Sam with the picture change. I noticed that. She changed her picture. Hey Sam. Um, sometimes there are situations where after some time has passed, the woman will be like, I'm still helping you. Like, why?
Mm-hmm.
Why has this not changed? Why has this not shifted? Men do need love. Men do need assistance. It is very possible that you guys can start at the bottom and bring each other up and grow, because we hear about those stories all the time, right? We
Yeah.
hear about how when Gucci went to jail, he spotted Keisha Kaur some money, and while he was in jail, she was working and grinding and stacked that money up so much that when he came home, he was richer than he was when he went in. And that was all because of the work that she did. So
Mm-hmm.
that is very true. And then what if he came out from jail, used her and just didn't, yeah, thanks, babe, whatever. She held him down while he was in jail, and then now he's back out doing trifling stuff. He honors her now because of that. And you see that they do love each other. So I do think that there is some truth to that. At some point you have to stop always being the one that is doing all the helping, and maybe you need some help, because you can help somebody till you're drained, till your cup is completely empty.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And
Right.
then if they're still not at a spot to be able to pick up the pieces, they can't help you back. But now you done gave them everything.
Mm-hmm. True.
You know what I'm saying? So it's really tough to sometimes say, I will help you and I don't mind helping you, because a lot of sometimes men don't realize that women need the help too. Not like a damsel in distress kind of situation. Like you gotta buy me hair, nails, and take me on
Mm-hmm.
trips. But you really should not be putting all of that. See, Sam took the words out of my mouth. You really should not be putting all of that on your partner. I say it all the time to my husband. Like, there are certain things that he as a man, I can't help with. And I can be there to support, but I can't
Oh yeah,
always,
support and encourage. Yeah, absolutely.
you know what I'm saying? I
Mm-hmm.
can't heal you from it. I can't make it better for you. That's something that you have to actively do yourself. Because outside of being my husband, he is still his own person. Same with me. Outside of being his wife, I'm still my own person. And there are certain things that I'm going to have to do by myself, for myself, without his assistance or without his help, but just his support.
Yep.
That's a big difference.
Yeah, I mean that's true though. It's kind of like sometimes it's like you in the game and I mean your partner's on the sideline. As long as they cheering, holding up them signs and shit, I mean for real, then like all right, I got my support from the sideline. I'm gonna go ahead and do what I gotta do. And sometimes that's really, I mean, for what you need though. You know what I'm saying? Somebody telling you, you got this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Becca, when you go to work, what I mean, you could be having a work thing, you know what I'm saying? And Rob might not can't help you with any of that, you know what I'm saying? But he can support, he can show his support, show his love, and say,
Mhm.
like, look, you know what I mean? You remember how you told me you handled this other situation, you know what I'm saying, before? You could do twice as good with this one, you know what I'm saying? You do that, you know what I mean? Shoot, you smooth sailing. He could tell you something like that, and then that's just words of encouragement. And then boom, you attack that shit at work, and then that shit worked. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And sometimes that's really all you really need. You know what I
Some
mean?
people
It's
are
not
not
so
good
much the plan,
supporters.
but just the support.
Yeah, and some people are not really good at that. Like, you ever met somebody that you can just like, you tell that you vent to them, or maybe tell them what you're going through, and they say, "Oh, word, that's crazy. Damn, that's so what you gonna do?" Like,
Word
some
for
people are not
real.
able. Some people you just not able to bounce things off of. They don't know how to support you. They don't know how to give you encouraging words, or sometimes you don't even really need that. Sometimes you might just need a listening ear. You don't need feedback.
Mm,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So it really depends. But I could kind of understand that mindset. But I do understand what Jamal was talking about. Like, scratch my back, I scratch yours, kind of thing. Like if we're going to be in this together, then we have to be in this together, and you can't really you can't be in your feelings about the process and the struggle of that come up. What you think, Stacks? You got something on you thinking hard over there. You Stacks, you thinking
I'm just enjoying the conversation and enjoying this beer, you know. But yeah, and I was just thinking about as far as that support piece, because you know you do need that. You can't have an expectation like Sam said, like all of you guys are saying, for your mate to solve all of your problems. The support system, like for instance, like when my wife used to work, you know, of course, both of us come home, tell each other about our day or whatever, and you know. And you know how women are, Mark. Every woman got that one chick at the job that they like 5 minutes away from, you know, busting their ass. It is our job to say those catchphrases like that one comedian say, "You for real?" I think Chris Rock said it like, "Get out of here."
Told you that bitch crazy.
Believe me. You for real? I told you that bitch is crazy. He said you all got to throw up. I told you that bitch was crazy in there. That's support, because she's venting. You know, we do it too. You know what I'm saying? Like, boy, I swear to God, this damn motherfucker say one more thing to me tomorrow, I'm about to whoop this motherfucker ass. You know, if she's gonna talk you off the ledge and be like, well, you can't whoop his ass because we got bills and we got a mortgage. So yeah, just deal with that another way.
Yeah. And sometimes, you know, I'm like, man, you could be mad, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, and you know, you about to fly off the handle. And it's like more like, you know, they might, you know, your partner might say words, you know, just to continue, for you to be able to continue the conversation, for you to get all your vent out. You know what I'm saying? Right. And once you get it out, you know what I'm saying, then it's like you ain't on go like you was when you first came in the crib. You know what I'm saying? Like once you get it out, then it's just like, all right, I just feel good to get it out. You know what I'm saying? So that way, you know, I don't have to go in to work the next day with that type of energy.
And I want to add one thing, whereas you got some people out there that they will tell you, like your mate will tell you, I'm venting. I don't need you to provide a solution, because you have some of them folks out. You have some people out there that's like, I don't need you. You have some women and some men that think they got to provide a solution every single time when their mate is, you know, saying something or bring a problem to them. And that annoys some people, and they'd be like, look, I'm not asking you for a solution. I'm just letting you know what's going on, and I'm venting. Do not come to me. I'm not a child. I don't need you to solve this problem. I just need you to listen and feel what I'm going through, and, you know, empathize and encourage me and shit and things of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very true. Just like what Titi said, it helps the mood in the household. That's very important. That is very important. You have to have that mood in the household under control, because sometimes it can go left, especially when you with the wrong person. You definitely, you know, it can really mess up your mood. Like if you're with a city boy, ladies, he's not gonna help you. Okay, he's not gonna let you vent. He's ready to turn up and do other things. He's not.
And Mark, he ready to go down to the job and start whooping some ass tomorrow, not even thinking he about to get you fired. And yo, I'm about to what's the ball name? I'm about to go down there. I'm about to punch your boss in the face. Like, hold on, slow down, guy. You got to figure out how that's going to affect the family right now.
Fellas, if you're with a city girl, she don't care about helping you with your empire. She's going to take from your empire. If you're not, you know, helping her out and doing things for her, she's a city girl. She don't care.
and also she's a city girl. When you walk in the house, you're not going to give a chance to even vent, because she's going to be like, where you been at? You ain't came straight home from work. You ain't did this. You ain't take out the trash. And what we do, Mark, we go right back out the door and go to the bar and go with the homies. Like, I ain't got time for this bullshit.
And I'm going to say like this. If you wife the city girl and you walk in the house, ain't nothing going to be cooking. That I can guarantee. You know what I'm saying? Ain't shit cooking in that house. You know what I'm saying?
Empty.
I like, man, you know, seriously. I like, if you ever walk in any bar, I don't care what, but where you at. You walk in a bar about 5, 6 o'clock, right? And a whole bunch of niggas at bar stools eating dinner. They eating chicken fingers and shit like that. Ain't nothing been cooked at the house. I can guarantee it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, you know what I mean? Shoot. The Barbie handing out hungry man dinners like a motherfucker. Seriously.
Hey, yo, Mark, and some of them ain't even been home yet. They just already know. They were like,
they
let
know.
me go stop at this bar and get this chicken fingers because I know this chick ain't cooked. As soon as I get this, and what'll happen is there's always some chick, and it's usually nothing like something harmless or something that's not there at all. What's up with this chick that's calling you? Oh, you mean my supervisor? Is that what you mean? Yo, what? She don't gotta call you on. She called to tell me that I was working a different shift. I know you fucking her. I know it. You just turn right back around, go right back to the fucking bar.
Hey, listen, fam. Y'all mean if she there with the 3 kids or whatever, yo, fam, don't forget to stop McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know, go ahead and handle that. Get her something because she ain't cooked. You know what I'm saying? Even though y'all mean there's food in the refrigerator, it ain't come out. That meat is still frosty. You know what I'm saying? You know, so ain't nothing you can do about that.
And don't ask her why she thought the meat, because that's a whole nother argument.
Hell yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, man, you better know what you're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? I keep telling people, man.
It's the New York dudes and the DC dudes. She said they rough you up. They would rough you up. I'm married to a New York dude, OTT. So
yeah. I just like, man, but see, I'm trying to tell you, people, boys be messing up though. I just like, look,
married to a northerner.
You met her, you know what I mean? She was a city girl. You know what I'm saying? You threw that aside. You know what I mean? The sex was great, and now you with her. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. And now you like, damn, man, how I get here? You know what I'm saying? Like, dude.
That brings me, I got to remember this question when we get into our next segment. But Mark, I have a question for you when we get into our next segment.
Here's the next segment.
And we're at the top of the hour, baby. I'll wait for this shit.
This is what we're here for. We're going to switch it up a little bit. We are tired of the dark news. We are tired of school shootings. We are tired of murder videos.
Baby. I'm waiting for this shit. I'm waiting for it all day, too.
Well, it's on you, cuzzo. What you got?
So, we're going to talk about the city boy, city girl legends. And you know what? I think we need to make it even more interesting, man. Let's come up with a city boy, city girl, Mount Rushmore. What y'all say?
I'm with
it. Y'all know that we can come up with 4 city boys, 4 city girls. Right. That's definitely on the Mount Rushmore of city boys and city girls.
Yeah.
Let's do it. City boy, Mount Rushmore. Who you got?
So what I want to ask Mark, and I don't know if it's the same thing, but can you turn a city girl into a housewife?
It actually has been done. Like, it's not often that it happens. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, you got to catch a city girl in transition. I don't know if she could be full city girl. Like, she got to be in transition. You know, like, all right, turning up, y'all mean twerking on headlights and yelling, hey. Like this ain't it right now. I want to do something else. You know what I'm saying?
The wheels gotta be turning.
Yeah, you know they already gotta be thinking about like, man, you know, I can do better. Yeah, I can do a little bit better. Y'all mean what's going on? You know what I'm saying? You know, like man, I'm tired of busting out niggas' windows and you know, I mean, she got to come to a point like a moment of clarity, like an alcoholic comes to a moment of clarity. It's like that. You know what I mean? But you ain't gonna catch a full city girl, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna tell you, but this city boy Mount Rushmore, right?
Yes, let's do it.
I'm like, man, like listen, Future is stapled in this motherfucker.
Absolutely.
Like
he is cemented.
He is cemented for life. I mean, he makes the music for us, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, you know, he's wild. Just like Future's crazy.
Mark, he's a first ballot city boy too.
Absolutely. You know what I mean? This is the same guy. This is the same guy. I'm like, man, you know, nah, you know what I mean? You already know that he there. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know, this is the same boy that said Magic City, I'm the owner. Tell Steve Harvey I don't wanna. Like, yeah, you know, this is who he is. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, man, he don't care. You know what I mean? Like, look. He's the one dude, like put like this. Nick Cannon. Well, we talked about Nick Cannon, right? He has like 8. How many babies he got? 8, 9, or something like that, right?
He has 8, soon to be 10.
Okay.
But
I'm like, we talk about Nick Cannon every day about him having 8, 10 kids, right? Future got the same amount of kids, and we don't give a shit. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like, yo, it's Future. You know what I mean? It's all right.
And he's still getting much ass.
Yeah, you know, they don't care. Like, man, I'm gonna be the 11th baby mama. Like, and guess what? He ain't giving you no money for it either. You know what I mean? You just gonna have him. You know what I mean? Shoot, you know, he might drop off some drip to the young boy or something like that, but that's about it. You know what I'm saying? Look, I mean, shoot, when Future be in the court, the courtroom, he like Ike Turner. Look, man, all my money tied up in investments, man. I don't know what she talking about. You know what I'm saying? He don't give a shit, man. But I'm like, man, but guess what? They still gonna have babies with the bull because he lit. That's it.
So Future is obviously a first ballot.
Yeah, he's
definitely
there.
on Mount Rushmore. Now we're going to go. I guess we got. Y'all want to alternate? Let's talk about.
No, we could keep it this. He could do his and then I'll do mine. City Boy, Mount Rushmore.
City Girls. Okay. Who else?
Yeah, I'm gonna do City Girl, Mount Rushmore. Yeah.
I'm gonna say like this, right? To be honest, I mean, this is a newcomer this year, but I'm like, this has to be my favorite City Boy of the year. Of course, we're talking about Johnny Depp. Anytime you take a chick to court, you know what I mean, and get 12 million out of her, right? For talking shit about you, I don't know what is better than that story. She really got to pay this boy 12 million for talking shit.
Mark, 2 appeals got denied today too, by the way. So City Boy's up again.
I'm like, yo, listen. I'm like, man, you know, I'm like, as many chicks who talk shit about me, I ain't even get $12. You know what I mean? This boy got 12 million. Yeah. She really got to pay him 12 million.
That win was very damaging to City Girls as a whole. That was a huge.
I mean, man, that I'm like, listen, that's legendary shit right there. Like, look, you know what I mean? Yana, she talking bad about my name, man. You know what I mean? You know what? You know what I mean? For a Johnny, you're right. You get 12 million. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then cracked on her lawyer. Right. You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, I got this 12 mil extra. You know what I mean? You want to hang out? Like, yo, that's wild. That's some wild shit. I like that. Yeah. Absolutely. I was like, man, yeah, Johnny Depp, he's immortalized for that shit. You know what I'm saying? I love him for that.
I got an idea of who's gonna be on your Mount Rushmore. I got about at least 2 of them back. I can't wait though. I cannot wait.
Oh, man, you know what? I'm like, man, because I haven't thought of all of them. You know what I'm saying? You know, but we're gonna have to throw some names out there. You know what I mean? For to see if like they're there. You know what I'm saying?
So far, Mark, you got 2. You got Future and you got Johnny Depp. You got 2 more.
They on there. You know what I'm saying?
Who else you got on your Mount Rushmore? Future, Johnny Depp. Who else?
You know what I mean? Help me out with this one, Stacks. I know somebody's coming. I'm just not thinking of them right now.
I'm trying to think, man. A City Boy,
Mount Rushmore. Nick Cannon.
No, he's not there yet.
He's not there yet. He's not there yet.
He's not on the Mount Rushmore yet. You know what I mean? Because he has to undo a bunch of years of corny. You know what I'm saying? You know, because I'm like, you know what I mean? You know, this is when, you know, he was getting his chick took and Ray J, you know what I mean, was taking his chick and all that. He got to undo all of that shit. And I like that he on his Black Power shit now and having a bunch of babies. I'm like, man, he don't give a shit. Okay, cool. Ingrid, thank you. Tristan Thompson. That's my boy right there. Tristan Thompson is in the mix.
Yes, absolutely.
Now, listen, I'm gonna say like this, right? First thing, he done broke the Kardashian curse, whatever that was. He done broke that shit by himself, right? And all the other men, you know what I mean, they go crazy or whatever and all of that. Tristan Thompson, you know what I mean, for like, look, you know what I mean, I got money, she got more money. She gonna have a baby, you know what I mean, for her, and all the expenses is on her. Then had, I don't know, 1, 2 babies outside of, you know what I mean, for the whole relationship. And I think I heard that was reported they about to have another baby, him and Khloe Kardashian. I'm like,
He still kept him?
Yep. Hey, listen, they said y'all mean for they want to have another baby. I'm like, Lord.
You know what?
Yeah, word is they're doing it through a surrogate though. They're
Yeah.
gonna have
we appreciate it, Ingrid, because I don't know how we missed that one. Tristan Thompson, is definitely on the Mount Rushmore City Boys. He is a
right.
And Tristan Thompson, it wasn't Tristan Thompson the one who was pretty much telling the one chick, "Yeah, I got you pregnant. I ain't giving you shit though."
Yeah. Exactly. And the thing is, but here's the thing: I ain't giving you shit, but he got to give her money. But guess what? He probably giving her Chloe's money. You know what I'm saying? Chloe got to pay for the baby. You know what I mean? Like, listen, so Tristan probably coming in with City Boy game. Listen, man, look, I ain't even get signed yet, yo. I don't got no bread. You know what I mean? Can't you, like, pay this chick? You know what I'm saying? Because I don't got nothing. You know what I mean?
And he told her, I'll retire on your ass before you get this money.
Yeah, I was just like, yeah, man.
Tristan, we got to put Tristan past Johnny Depp, man, because Tristan just disrespectful with it, man.
Yeah, and he get money out of her. You know what I mean? Shoot, that's the part, you know what I mean? Shoot, that I love the most. I'm like, he get money out of her too. Like,
what makes him the cittiest of all the city boys is that he's still dealing with the chick that he's been just totally disrespecting and fucking around and spending her money. She's number 2. I can't put nobody above Future.
And then here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. The thing is crazy is that, you know what I'm saying, like, this surrogate thing or whatever, you know what I'm saying? He probably told her, like, oh, man, well, look, you know what I'm saying? He probably just like, I don't even feel like nailing this broad right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, I got other ass out here I'm trying to do. Like, he probably told her, like, yo, man, listen. Yeah, I mean, look, Chloe, my dick went limp. Like, yeah, I mean, the shit won't salute like it used to, so I can't really even smash. I can't give you the smash like I did before. You know what I mean? It's all right, Tristan. It's cool. You know what I mean? You like, yeah, I got her off my back. We go ahead and surrogate, motherfucker. All I gotta do is just inject some sperm. Like, listen, shorty, can you skeet out some shit? You know what I mean? So I can get this to Chloe. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and Odom is still out here missing Chloe, so he probably was like, I don't want to get interfere with you and Lamar. Maybe y'all might get back together, whatever. So, we can still have a baby, but let's do it by a surrogate.
Man, listen, Tristan, you know what I'm saying? Lamar didn't actually clinically die, you know what I mean, to try to win Chloe back, and it still ain't worked. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because Tristan is that bull. You know what I'm saying? He's a true city boy. Even Lamar dying could not stop the city boy madness going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, this dude clinically died, you know what I mean, to try to win her back, and it ain't worked.
That dude literally told the chick, you're not going to get any money because I'm retiring. I wonder what money you think I would get. And I'm surprised he didn't add it because, I mean, I don't need the money. I got my chick over here. She's still with me. Yeah, she know about you, but you ain't about to get no money. Care all the bills. City boy type shit, man.
Yeah, it's nuts, man. It's nuts.
What about Diddy? You think Diddy's a city boy?
Is he?
I don't know, man.
Did he do wild shit though? I'm just like,
but he was literally on stage talking about he was on stage talking about his dead ex-girlfriend, his married ex-girlfriend, while his current girlfriend is in the audience with a sign.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I just got the alert on my phone about the surrogate shit, man. That's crazy. With Tristan Thompson.
Yeah.
And Diddy really, he has like, I mean, for Diddy really, if you really look at his lifespan, I mean, for what's going on, he really only has one technical loss. I mean, that's the J-Lo, and J-Lo is probably on, I mean, the City Girls Mount Rushmore. I don't want to say that she is or not, but I'm like, the girl really is the real life Thanos. I mean, she had got like 10 rings. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it gets more city girl than that. You know what I mean?
Thanos for city girls. Yes, she is.
Like, yo, and here's the thing. She done got a ring twice from Ben Affleck. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, show me again. Show me again.
Okay, Mark. Okay.
Yeah, so
you stealing her thunder.
You know what I mean? But Becca, you can go more into that. But what I'm saying is, I'm just saying, like, yo, but with Diddy though, that's the. Like, if your only loss is the J-Lo, right? Yo, you're doing pretty good. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, because I mean the stuff that Diddy be doing is he's crazy. Like Diddy really does like wild shit and just be like, yo, he makes songs about chicks. You know what I mean? Just like Becca said, he talk about chicks all through his speeches. He don't care. You know what I'm saying? You know. I was like, man, yeah. I'm like, yeah, Diddy, he knows how to move. You know what I mean? He knows how to move, man. I give him his credit. I give him his credit, man. You know what I'm saying? He does a lot of city boy shit, but he makes like, you know what I mean, for these songs, or you know what I mean, where it's like, you know what I mean, for like, yo, I miss you and I love you and all that type of shit, right? So he does like, you know what I mean, Drake type of songs, but does city boy behavior, if that makes any sense. And that's the way he disguises to kind of fly under the radar to do a whole bunch of city boy shit. You know what I mean? See, Drake didn't learn this. Drake, you know what I mean, just make songs and then be in his feelings for days and don't do any city boy shit and then be like, all right, yo, I'm gonna get back to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, Drake can learn from it. You know what I'm saying?
I have a question, Mark, and I don't know if we what do we got? 3 people so far?
Yeah, we're at 3, solid.
Has too much time passed, or because I'm thinking about a 4th name, but you know his name was kind of out of the headlines,
all right,
for a while. But he recently had some very city boy activity while he was getting interviewed, and he was running the city boy game for a while. I'm talking none other than the infamous Stevie J.
Yeah.
Stevie J
goodness, Stevie J is a city boy OG legend. I'm like, he's really an OG. Like, you know what I mean? Stevie J came on the scene just not giving a fuck about nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, you know, Stevie J, he's in there. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, yo, like, you know what's crazy with Stevie J, right? Because I'm like, you know, like before like Love and Hip Hop, it was stories popping out about him before that. So when the Love and Hip Hop shit came, he just didn't turn that shit up like, you know what I mean, times 10. You know, I'm just like, man, chicks fighting over him and all type of shit. And I was like, man, you know, and I think the thing that took it over the top is when he got with Faith Evans. That was wild. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then they had the picture when he was wearing like a coat that looked like it belonged to Biggie because it was like 8 sizes too big. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, yo, man, you know Stevie J is an OG city boy. I have to put him in there. You know what I'm saying? So when you line up the list, Future, he's there. Stevie J, he's there, right? Tristan Thompson, you know what I'm saying? You know, gets his chick to pay for everything, you know what I'm saying? While he still got his money on stash and then tells chicks, you know what I mean, what he ain't doing. You know what I'm saying? Right. And then, you know what I mean, for, you know, our newest addition, brother Johnny Depp, yo, she really had to pay the boy $12 million because she was talking shit. Right. I'm like, man, listen, I got to find this judge. Like, look, I got like 10 females that have been talking shit about me for years. You know what I mean? Is there any way I could get them in your courtroom? You know what I'm saying? I ain't even lying. You know what I mean? I'm like, man, that's some legendary shit.
Let me add a twist to this, though, Mark. And we have to talk about the elephant in the room. I mean, with Stevie J, I mean, he did take a L with Faith Evans, the City Girl. That was a huge L he took.
He did.
But I think he came back. But I think all was forgiven because his last City Boy act was when he was having the interview with the one chick and he was getting head during the interview.
Yeah.
I remember that.
The Faith Evans chick kind of, you know, brought him down, but him getting obvious head during the interview, that put him back up in the City Boy superstardom to me.
Yeah.
That's how I felt about it.
Yeah, you know, I mean, Stevie J is an OG legend.
The L he took, the Faith Evans. The Faith Evans was like, let the dude smash her in their house, right?
Yeah. I'm like, man,
down all day right there.
It definitely was. You know what I'm saying? It definitely was. You know, but I still think Stevie J is on the list. I think, yeah, I mean, you know, that one loss. You know what I mean? That one loss. It was a big loss because it feels like 10. But you know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, but all the shit that he pulled before Love and Hip Hop, after Love and Hip Hop, and during Love and Hip Hop. I just like, man, you know, you just gotta recognize it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta recognize it. So I like, man, the OG, I gotta salute the OG, man. You know what I'm saying? Yes, we got our 4. You know what I'm saying? Becca, City Girls is on deck. I got 2 names right in my head. You know what I mean? I'm gonna see if you say them, but I got 2 names right in my head. You know what I mean? And they were on fire this year.
One of them, Mark, I think we got the same one. Go ahead, Becca. Okay. I want to know your first City Girl
I'm gonna start with the mama first. City Girl original now is Marjorie Harvey, Steve Harvey's wife.
Yeah. He didn't wife the City Girl.
She's a city
He wifed the City Girl.
The mother is a city girl.
Yeah.
This woman only dated drug dealers. She got babies by 2 cousins. One of them went to jail. One dude she was messing with went to jail. She started messing with his cousin, had a baby, left his cousin for Steve Harvey while Steve Harvey was with someone else.
Oh, give her a gold jacket. She first ballot. First ballot, Mark.
Marjorie is, and she is spending every single dollar that Steve Harvey can find. Okay, that he could find and make. She is spending all the coins that she finds in the couch. Marjorie Harvey is the original city girl.
She is an American original when it comes to city girls.
She's old school city girl. She's
she gangster.
She is old school city girl.
Now, if anybody want to know, you know what I mean, for real, you know how that explains the daughter. I think, you know what I mean, when you know her story, you can know, you know what I mean, why that explains how the daughter.
City girl won't fall too far away from the tree.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to say. I gotta start from the top.
All right. So we gotta go. So she went with the OG first. She went with the OG.
That's a damn good choice.
She went with the OG.
She might. I don't think she got Future, but I think she is in Future's.
He's in the company. He's in the company. You know what I'm saying? He's in the company. You know what I'm saying?
Of course, we all know about Marjorie Harvey and all that she's doing. And what makes her even more of a city girl is she taught her daughter, Lori Harvey, all her ways. Yeah. And the daughter is just like the mama. Man. You talking about Thanos. Lori Harvey done had you talk about like Nick Cannon got a nice list of women he been with. Lori Harvey got a nice chunk of men that she's been with. Bro. She has depth. She's made one dude buy out the entire Atlanta aquarium just for a date. Michael B. Jordan rented out the entire aquarium just for the 2 of them so they can walk around and see the fishes. Future, we got Michael B. Jordan. Help me out with that. We got Future. We had Trey Songz. Who else was she? Who was she? She was with. Let me check out all the men.
Hold on.
The daughter. She's had Diddy and his son.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
She's a second generation city girl.
She is a second generation is city girl junior. Yes.
But the thing is though, what the thing that makes
generation
the thing girl. That kind of, you know what I mean, for real with Lori, and this connects back to Marjorie, you know what I mean, when you think about it, right? Is, you know what I'm saying, like, yo, when she dismissed Michael B. Jordan, right? Dudes it was some dudes who were in their feelings about that. I mean, dudes was really in their feel. How can she do that to Michael B? Like, they made whole posts about it.
It was whole think pieces. It was think pieces about how Michael B. Jordan deserves better. How
I have a one-line explanation. I don't even know why people was even rationale based on everything y'all telling me about the mother, and there's only one explanation. How could she do that to Michael Jordan? I mean, Michael B. Jordan. The only answer is that she's a fucking city girl. I mean, what do you expect? What do you expect?
It was nuts, man, and it's just like, yo. And I'm gonna tell you, but the city girls, when these men who were dejected and hurt, you know what I mean, by Lori Harvey's actions, right? Yo, the city girls was going to town on these dudes, right? You know what I mean? One chick said, you know why, you know what I mean, you couldn't handle Lori Harvey? because he got killed off in The Wire after 5 episodes.
Wow.
That's why. Yeah, I mean, maybe if he would have lasted longer on the show, yeah, I mean, he'd have been a real bull. Yeah, I mean, but he didn't. I'm like, that's cold. You know what I'm
really
saying?
is.
I'm like, man, you know what I mean? People, I mean, like me who love The Wire, that's a traumatic death. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. You don't got to open up that wound. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But yeah, I'm like, man, City Girls was going to town on that.
So we got Marjorie Harvey and we got her daughter, Lori Harvey.
Goodness, a mother-daughter combination. That's
crazy.
Wild.
But we got another mother. Another one.
She going with a bunch of OGs. This shit ain't even right.
You got to get this to me. I think I know where you going, but you got to give it to me.
Jada Pinkett.
There you go.
You know what?
There you go.
You know what? You know what? Now we get somewhere. You're damn right.
Jada Pinkett is a city girl. Let me tell you something. Jada Pinkett,
city girl extraordinaire at that.
Extraordinaire, and she's still actively sitting. Okay,
right.
I'm
still actively sitting.
I think, to be honest with you, you remember, y'all mean, for the movie Get Out. You know what I'm saying? When you drink the tea or whatever, right? Yeah. And then you know, I think when a man goes to the red table talk, right? He's done. Like, I don't know what's in the room. But every man has been on that show. I mean, been broke down, cried, you know, manifested feelings, looked sad, hurt, dejected. We ain't just talking about Will Smith being on there. Mind you. Happened to Snoop Dogg.
Happened to Snoop.
It happened to who else? Who else did it happen to, Becca?
I want to say, who else did she have on there that was it? It wasn't Trey.
She had a guy in stats. You might remember this name. There's a guy named by the name of Keon Doolin. He played in the NBA for 10 years, right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You might remember the name. He was on there, and even he was in his feelings. I'm just like, man, you know, now this man was living his life, you know, just, you know what I mean? For he played 10, 11 years, made millions of dollars. He's chilling, right? Man, shoot. Jada got in contact with the wife, said it'd be a good idea to have you and your wife on. And this guy's in his feelings, and oh man, I shouldn't have did that.
The red table talk while Lay was on there too.
Yeah, see, yeah, so I mean,
he was on there talking about his mental health issues and how the music industry has ruined him. Even Will brought Kevin Hart to the red table.
Yeah, you know, I'm like, man, I'm like, yeah, seriously, the red table talk is a place I would never want to go. Like, I mean, I don't care if I was invited. I'm going to turn down that invite every single time. Yeah, I don't know what's going on when you get there, but it's an aura about it. Yeah, I mean, for that just makes you your vulnerability show, and you all in your feelings, and I can't. I'm not going to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Damn good list so far. I must say so myself. I know I totally forgot about Jada Pinkett. She's a first ballot city girl.
And then you got to think, I mean, Jada Pinkett just this year, wait a minute, you can exclude everything else just this year. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Will.
Only in July.
Hey, Will, you going to let boy talk about me like that? You know what I'm saying? All right, I'm going to show.
You know you got power over your man. All you got to do is make a face and he go smack somebody for you.
Yeah,
I'm like, man. And Will was cussing too, and Will ain't even the cussing type. He didn't even sound right when he was cussing. Like he really did.
Name out of your fucking mouth.
Like, yo, he ain't even sound right when he was cussing. I'm like, man.
Right. And what's so crazy is that what happened between him and Chris was an exact reenacting of what happened in the movie. So we now don't even know if it was real or fake because it was the exact reenactment of a movie. So fourth and final woman on my city girl Mount Rushmore.
I got some honorable mentions when you're done with your list. I think city girls might be up, man, because city girls be citying out there, man.
My city girl Mount Rushmore finale is Jennifer the Lopez.
Yeah.
J-Lo. Jenny from the block. Okay. Jenny from the block spins the block. Okay. She spins it. She spins it and she spins it and she spins it.
I'm gonna say like this, man. Like every dude who's with her fell in love and proposed to her. Like, you know, ain't nothing else to say with that.
So what's so special about Jennifer Lopez is she's been sitting since In Living Color because Jamie Foxx called her J-Ho, not J-Lo. Hey ho.
Yeah.
That's what Jamie Foxx called her. So she has had Ben Affleck. She has had Mark Anthony. She has had one of her dancers, right?
Yep.
She has had one of the most decorated baseball players known.
Yeah, Alex Rodriguez.
Yep.
Then she said, "Wait a minute. I think I want to go back to the original," and went back to Ben Affleck.
Yep.
Ben Affleck bought her a ring.
She got him for life.
But she's also had P. Diddy.
Yep.
Yep.
Remember that era when she had the white bandana and she was, this is after Selena, right? So J-Lo has had a nice list of people that she's been with as well. But what makes her so much of a city girl is that everyone that she has been with, they have proposed to her. And she's got a ring from every single man she's been with. One of them 2 rings.
Yeah, she got as much rings as fucking Tom Brady.
Listen, and as much as Michael Jordan. But what's so crazy is that she has never given any of her rings back, so she still has.
Yeah.
That makes her first ballot.
And
she brings back.
And the thing is, she does the breaking up. They don't break up with her. She does. This ain't working. Like,
didn't she break up with Ben Affleck again?
No, they're still together.
Yeah.
Okay.
By Labor Day, back together. But no, but what's so crazy is they got back together after 20 years? 10 years?
That's crazy.
When they first dated, I think was a long time ago.
That means you've been thinking about that. That means Ben was smashing other chicks. Still thinking about it. Like, man,
and the way the dynamic of that relationship, man, he looked like he was just. He looked like they've been in love, like they never fell out of love. He's like a sick puppy when he around. And the pictures I seen, since they got back together, man, she got Ben Affleck probably ain't making movies no fucking more. Them motherfuckers say fuck all that bullshit, fuck Gone Girl, all that shit. All these movies I made, I'm back with my city girl and I'm good. That's all I need.
Yeah.
20 years later, so they became Bennifer. Remember that was when the beginning.
It was. Yeah, I remember that.
It was Bennifer back in 2002. It is now 2022. So she spent the block 20 years later. Damn.
That's wild.
That's straight city girl stuff right there.
That's wild.
Now we talk about you talk about 20 years ago, back in the day. Like, could you imagine being with? I mean, of course, you Stacks, you're with someone you are with 20 years ago, but act like you're not for this one. Mark, could you imagine going back to the chick you was dating in 2002?
Goodness. Hell no. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man.
You probably stab his ass in 2022.
Jeez. You know what I'm saying? I just like, man.
Going back.
Oh, man. Crazy.
That's a long time to spin the block for 20 years. So we're going since we're going back, we talk about J-Lo spinning the block and going back 20 years later. We're gonna go back a little bit in time to talk about some of the things that that has happened that makes us a little bit nostalgic, right? We're gonna talk about the 90s, right? We're talking about the 90s.
90s era.
Right. So let's discuss some of she said, wait, y'all doing a City Girl Mount Rushmore? Yes, Rika, you missed it.
Missed it. Can I get my
we did that.
Honorable mention before we move on?
All right.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Sharika,
that was
a good one.
Oh, Superhead.
No, Superhead is no more. She's not a city girl.
Okay. Erykah Badu.
City girl.
City girl.
She puts the voodoo on every dude she's with.
She had Common out there bad, but she had Joe Buttons out there bad. Like
3 Stack.
Hey, do not. If you are in the industry for some reason, if you sleep with it's apparently Erykah Badu pussy is like kryptonite. Like once you smash, you're done. Like she takes everything away from you. She is a city girl extraordinaire, and she doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, and DOC too. Everybody she with, everybody that she's been linked to is a hell of a lyricist.
Right.
Like all these motherfuckers, y'all mean like, Yeah, Jay Electronica, DOC, Three
Joe
Stacks,
Budden, right?
Common. I mean, yo, listen, you can get a hell of an album if just all Badu's exes one album. You gonna get like some dope shit.
Wait, she used to mess with Jay Electronica?
Yeah,
I didn't know
I
that.
think he was the last. I think he was the last one.
If Rika said it, I believe that shit.
He was like the last one. And he was a young bull. So I know he wasn't ready for that. Huh?
Her daughter Puma. Who's Puma's father?
Is that 3,000? I think that's
her and Stacks got a kid together.
I thought they did have a kid together.
Do they? Erykah Badu. Damn, that's a throwback.
I was like, man, all I know is I was like, man, the boys she chooses like lyrically are fire. Like for real. I don't think you could qualify if you don't got bars. I don't even think you even qualify for the conversation. Yo, Badu, can I holler? Spit something right now. Like, nah.
Okay,
that ain't gonna work.
DOC is Puma's dad.
Who was that? DOC? Okay.
Yeah, DOC is Puma's dad. But her third baby daddy is Jay. I did not know that.
Wow.
Yeah, Jay Electronica.
Son. Mm-hmm. Okay, so they do have a son together.
Okay.
Wow.
Girl, I'm telling you, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say like this. Erykah Badu, you know what I mean, for when she like walked through the middle of the street and just took all her clothes off and shit and they didn't give a shit. I was like, if that ain't city girl, you know what I mean, for real type shit right there, I don't know what is. Cause I watched that video at least 10 times. I was like, I ain't even gonna lie. Like, you know what I'm saying? She really took all her clothes off. She really took all her clothes off just walking through the street. Like, I don't give a shit. Like, seriously, like, that
wasn't like artistic expression. That wasn't like good editing. She really was naked and really did it.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying?
She didn't say or anything. You could tell that it was her. She had a camera too. But she didn't like book the park and put extras in it so that people can. So it looks like these weren't extras, paid extras. These were real people. She literally came off the bus naked and just.
But they really tried to drag her into court for that. Like that. That's how wild that story was at that time. They really tried to drag her into court for that. You know what I'm saying? So.
If I was a dude, I would stay away from Erykah Badu because she definitely seems like she's doing whatever they doing in P Valley.
I'm gonna say like this:
she got rocks and she's charging her stones under the sun. Like,
hey, look, I'm not a lyricist, so I don't even think I even qualify. You know what I mean? Like, spit something right now. Like, I don't got no bars. Erykah, you know what I mean? I don't got no bars. You know what I'm saying?
So we talking about Erykah Badu is also old school as well. Yeah, so we're gonna take it back to some of our old school music. Let's go back a little bit. 90s music favorites. Stacks. When you think of 90s music, who are the artists you think of?
Josie, Boyz II Men, Mary J. Blige, Brian McKnight, Aaron Hall,
Erykah Badu,
Blackstreet, Erykah Badu, a host of them, man. I tell my son all the time, you're trash, man. You didn't get to grow up in the 90s. If you were a teenager or a kid in the 90s, man, like that was just the shit. The 90s. No, and I don't even think it's restricted to a region or a part of the country. Like if you grew up in the 90s, if you were like a teenager or going a kid going into teenage years, that the 90s was the shit as far as everything, as far as music, culture, movies and all that shit, but especially with music and all that shit. Like that's when R&B, I think R&B is damn near to a point where it's kind of like non-existent. I mean, I know we still got people out there, but like in 90s, we still had the groups and we still had a lot of female and male vocalists that was making music on a consistent basis.
Yeah, absolutely. Who
do you think of, Mark, when you think of the 90s? Who were you bumping in 1994, 95?
Oh man, R. Kelly. You know what I mean? Shit, that music gonna live on forever. I don't give a shit what he did. That music gonna live on. You know what I'm saying?
You do care what he did.
look, I'm just saying, like, listen, he in jail, you know what I mean? Like, I get that part, but don't punish the music. Like, you know what I mean? We ain't gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, the music was fucking great. You know what I'm saying?
Brownstone as well. I forgot about that.
I'm like, man, you know, I'm like, yo, you know what I mean? Rika mentioned SWV. SWV was the shit. SWV was so much the shit. You know what I'm saying? I loved SWV. You know what I'm saying?
Even Escape
man, you know, I'm like, man, so when you talk music, man, Mobb Deep, those was my motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? I love Mobb Deep, you know what I'm saying? Man, you know what I'm saying? Like the 90s was crazy because it's just like it was you had a lot of music that was just out. You know what I mean? Snoop was in there. You know what I'm saying? Ice Cube. You know what I mean? For real, you know, obviously, you know, Nas and Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm like, you have that.
Yeah.
I'm just like, man, but a lot of these guys, when they came out, you really hear the first shit that they made. You know what I'm saying? Like Snoop, it was deep cover. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I remember when they were telling the story, they were like, yo, deep cover, when they played it on the West Coast, he like, yo, that track wasn't really doing much, you know what I mean, on the West Coast. But shit, we loved it. You know what I mean? Like on the entire East Coast, from up top all the way to down south, we loved that record. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like, yo, like, it was just like a lot of shit. And then, you know what else was dope in the 90s? Soundtracks.
Absolutely.
Juice,
Above the Rim.
Yes.
Sunset Park. I mean,
Waiting to Exhale soundtrack was
really good. Juice.
Soundtracks was so fire.
Rim soundtrack I think is top tier. Above the Rim soundtrack is top tier. 5 Heartbeats soundtrack was top tier too.
Yeah, I mean, soundtracks were so crazy because it's just like, yo, the movie ain't even out, but the soundtrack out, and you had to go get it. You had to go get it. Like, do they even score movies like they used to?
Yeah,
they don't even do
shit like because RZA from Wu-Tang he's made a lot of money scoring music.
Nah, I ain't talking about, you know what I mean, for do they do it, but just like, yo, like the last time we talked about a soundtrack, I think was Judas and the Black Messiah. You know what I mean? Which was a really dope soundtrack.
Yeah, that was good.
But
Lion King.
Yeah, I mean, and Beyonce, you know what I mean, for the Lion King joint, But we don't talk about it as much. They don't do them. You know what I mean? The way they used to
Black
do
Panther soundtrack was good.
Yeah, that was really good too. You know,
How to Be a Player soundtrack now.
Yeah,
yes, that was good.
I'm just like, I'm like the movies today. They don't put together the soundtrack like they should. Like in the 90s, you had an all-star who's who from whatever genre you were talking about.
Regular movies like this, Disney still do their soundtracks. Boomerang, More Money, Another Professor. Yeah, those are some good soundtracks.
You know,
but for me, for the 90s, all I think about, of course, Notorious, B.I.G. But for me, 90s was the entire Bad Boy roster.
Oh yeah.
The whole Bad Boy label had the 90s on lock. I think that's the reason why Diddy is for those of us born in the 1900s, why he is so nostalgic. Like that's the reason why he got his award. Because when you think of 90s, the 1990s in hip hop and R&B, P. Diddy
he was all over
that. Bad Boy is all over that. You have Bad Boy, Jay-Z, you had Biggie, you had Little Kim, you had Mobb Deep, you had Junior Mafia. You had so many. The whole Bad Boy roster, to me, when I think of 90s music, that's where my mind goes first. And then I think about Tamia, and I think about Aaliyah, and I think about even Whitney had some of her good songs. You had R. Kelly, you had Joe, you had Donnell, you had so many. John B.
Chico the Bar, like, you know what I'm saying? It's all 90s. Like
Tony 702, they had that one album that was pretty fucking good.
Yo, man, listen.
Busta Rhymes, like you think of
it was a lot.
You think of even Timberland and Magoo. Even you had Bubba Sparks. Like you still like there was some feel good music in the 90s, and I think that
another group that
112, Jagged Edge.
Yep.
Oh man.
Montel Jordan, this is how we gotta get the groove on.
Yes.
I'm like, man, and I'm like, that's a song that's timeless that still gets played today. Montel Jordan, this is how we do it. You know what I mean? For a whoop, there it is. Whoop, there it is. You know what I mean? For a they still get played. You know what I'm saying? One song. And these guys still collect royalties and publishing off that song because they play it every
year. The Quad City DJs. Which one did Whoop There It Is?
Yeah, it's tag. I think Tag Team did Whoop There It Is, and then Quad City DJs did Whoop There It Is. You know what I'm saying? Tootsie Roll. You know what I mean? Tootsie Roll.
Luke
Uncle
had
Luke.
Uncle
Luke.
Usher, Chris Brown.
Quad City DJs did Come On Ride That Train. That shit was hot too now back then.
Yes.
And this is like, you know what I mean? For when you say Usher, this is like young Usher. This is like, like little, what I'm saying, teenager Usher. This ain't even grown Usher. This is teenager Usher.
This is before 8701 and Confessions.
Yeah, this is before all of that. This is, all I do is think of you.
Usher with the U chain. Remember he had the U chain?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? This is all of that, man. So
that
I mean, music was nuts. It was nuts because I'm just like, there's no way I could talk to anybody from any region and they listen probably to everything. You know what I'm saying? From East Coast to West Coast to South, Midwest. You know what I'm saying?
Soul for Real was in 90s too, right?
Huh?
Soul for Real?
Soul for Real.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Candy Rain remix, you know what I mean, which was crazy with Heavy D. You know what I mean? For real. R.I.P. Heavy D. That was my guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Man, so it's man, it was so much music then. I like to get his.
Nice and slow. It's 25 years old. Fuck.
Yeah.
I was like, man.
Tell me.
Do you want to get freaky? I pick you right, I will. I pick you right, I will. Yes, that was, that was when Usher was in the club with Diddy.
Yeah. You know what I mean? For real, yeah.
That's when he was in the club with Diddy. Oh man, those, I think about every so often. I always say my playlist is stuck in the 90s. Like whenever I go to shuffle music, it's usually always in that genre, that 90s hip hop, 90s R&B music, because it just I feel like the feeling that we got from that music will never be the same. We may listen to good music now. We may listen to some some good current songs that are good, but
Right.
You know how we were just able to spit off at least 30 good artists from the 90s, right? We just now we just spit off about 30, 35 good artists. Can we do that? And then think of the last 10 years. Do we have 30 artists that we can just spit off like
why I'm gonna say because I'm just like, it's back then they put a lot into artist development. You know what I'm saying? They just don't, it's just not the way it's done now. It's just, you know what I mean? Like, man, where's your hit single? Because that's the only thing we care about. And that's the only thing we're going to invest in is this shit. You know what I mean? It's hot right now, right? Can you do another one? And they're not going to do all that. It's all on the artist to get it done.
Let me ask y'all this though. Could the drop off in all of these artists, especially on the R&B side, because it seemed like rap didn't really lose no steam, but could the drop off be to how the dynamic changed as far as music once LimeWire came in and when it went strictly to streaming and stuff like that? Do y'all think that like kind of make artists lose their motivation to go in like R&B males and females? You think that made them lose their motivation to do the work and go in and make an album because they knew it was going to get bootleg and I think that might be a reason why we don't have the same caliber of artists that we did in the 90s.
I think that was like the start. You know what I mean? Especially because R&B is the one that really took the hit. You know what I'm saying? R&B is the one that took the hit because with R&B, I mean, you really like, you know what I'm saying, you really have to make a project. Like with rap, you know what I mean, you can kind of get away with not making a project and then still remain hot because you're jumping on a whole bunch of features on other people's shit. You know what I'm saying? But with R&B though, you really have to like kind of know what you're doing, how to make songs, how to, you know, do this and do that. And a lot of the R&B artists that come out, even if they come out with a nice song where you're just like, yo, I like that. Well, good luck hearing song number 2, because it's probably not going to happen. And song number 2 ain't going to be as good as the one that got released as the single. So, you know what I'm saying? When you see artists like Chris Brown still able to make his way through R&B today, I like, you gotta salute that, because I'm just like, yo, he's still putting out whole projects that are good. I'm just like, a lot of other artists, they're hit or miss. Like where, you know, they put out something, then what happened to them?
And you have some artists that have made really good music post 90s, like, you know, we mentioned Neo in another situation. I mean, you got one of my favorite artists, John Legend, that really didn't come on the scene until, you know, like the late 90s, early 2000s, and he's still making albums, but you don't have that. You definitely don't have groups no more. Those are like non-existent. Like, that's sad, because we had our Boys and Men, we had our Jodeci, we had Silk, we had Jagged, we had a variety of members, and all of those guys, all of them were great to me. All of them were. Everybody had their lane, and they was Drew Hill. Like, but you just ain't gonna have nobody that make a song like 5 Steps in 2020.
But I think with the group thing, it's all like, if you look at the groups, right? And I'm glad you brought up Drew Hill, right? You see how, you know what I mean, for it starts to happen where it's like their group, everything's cool, but Cisco's the guy out front. Then all of a sudden, you know what I mean, a record label pushes him to go solo. You can leave these other guys behind. And I mean, Cisco actually talked about this at length about, you know what I mean, he didn't even want to go solo. That wasn't even, he like, yo, I'm still with the guys or whatever. And then, you know what I mean, business kind of gets in the way, and yo, the money and all of that. So I'm just like, groups is kind of hard to maintain, because, you know what I'm saying, it's like, yo, the money ain't, you know, the money won't break won't break right. You know what I mean? You got to divvy this up and divvy that up. You might as well go solo, right? You know what I'm saying? But it's at the detriment of music sometimes. So it might be a solo artist who's really nice. Like, you know, like they were probably in a group before, and the group was nice, and you might have heard something from them, but, you know, they didn't come out prime time. And the solo artist might be decent, right? But if you heard some shit from them before, and you just like, oh man, well, yeah, I'm saying this dude probably was be better with a group. And I know you hear some singers like that where it's like, they probably would be better in a group, 4-part harmony, shit like that. He could do this, you get somebody else to do that or something like that. So yeah, I mean, it's a shame that ain't no groups though. I ain't even gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? You know, on the R&B side, I wish it was more groups.
Yeah, I think at some time, you know, maybe egos might have played a big part, and just, you know, for some reason they ended up going solo, and then they don't always come back together. Yeah. So we have the music. Let's quickly go through. Cutler is playing one in the background. Our favorite 90s TV shows.
Oh man,
one of them for me is definitely Martin. Martin will go down in history as my number one TV comedy, like TV show, just in general. Well, you have the Wayans brothers, Jamie Foxx show, Dave Chappelle show, In Living Color. Like, there's so many that I love, just because those were the shows that we ran home to watch. Right, we had to make sure that
Rock.
I love Rock.
Man, I'm gonna tell you, the show that hits me, and I'm glad they're showing it again, New York Undercover. I'm like, I was like, if you watch New York Undercover now, you're gonna see characters from Power, from, you know what I mean, The Wire, Sopranos, all these shows that went on to be like legendary shows. A lot of those actors got their break on New York Undercover, Law and Order, SVU. You know what I'm saying? Particularly those series, because the same creator who did New York Undercover did all the Law and Order too. So Dick Wolf. So listen,
I have a degree in this, so I'm gonna tell you right now. I studied television shows. To get my degree, we had an elective, and the elective was to study a TV show. I didn't know what TV show was gonna be. It talked all about production and character development and all of that stuff. And the show that we studied was Law and Order.
Mm-hmm.
There is actually a textbook and classes, collegiate classes on that show alone, just because of how long it's been and how great Dick Wolf was in creating characters for longevity. Like those shows have really been on air for 20 plus years. Same character, same same actor and actresses playing those characters. Like that's something that is to be studied. And Law and Order was a class that I actually took, a class I took in college about the basics of a TV show. And this was back in 2004, 2005 when I graduated college. And that show was still on with the same characters. So if it was so good enough to be studied at that time, and we're almost 20 years from now, could you just imagine?
Yeah, but I mean, I'm gonna say like this: it's crazy, you know what I mean, with New York Undercover, because like a lot of those people got their start from that show. They were on that show, and they weren't even main characters. They just were like, yo, they were on an episode, right? But what made New York Undercover to me some cool ass shit is that they had the music. You know what I'm saying? They had all the guest appearances. It was pro athletes. It was actors. It was musicians. It was all type of people, politicians. I mean, you know what I'm saying? That show was just some cool ass shit. You know what I'm saying? Where, you know what I mean? You even like talk to people, you know what I'm saying? I understand how the cops are vilified now, but they like back then, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, if you was like a cool ass cop, you was a cool ass cop. Like it was just different. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of crazy, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, New York Undercover always is going to have a place, you know what I mean, for real, you know, for me, because of how impactful it was on the culture. You know what I'm saying?
Did we mention Moesha?
Moesha.
Yeah, you know what I mean? For Mo to the eat to the, you know what I'm saying?
Fresh Prince. I used to like Saved by the Bell too. That was my shit when I was young.
I did like Saved by the Bell.
We got to have some inclusion in there.
I liked
Blossom. I used to like that shit too.
I liked Alf. I used to watch Alf. Gilmore Girls. I used to watch that. Full House. What was the one with the witches?
Charmed.
I used to watch
Married with Children. That's a classic. Coming out. Al Bundy.
I'm gonna say like this: after the bull who played Al Bundy, Ed O'Neill, I seen him as nothing but Al Bundy. Like no matter what he was in after that.
He got a lot of movies off of playing Al Bundy. Yep.
Yeah.
He got a lot of movies. He was on Blue Chips. He was on a whole bunch of movies.
Yeah, man. But it's just like I couldn't see him outside of that. I couldn't see him outside of that character.
I didn't even call him. I forgot his name. I just call him Al Bundy.
Yeah, I could. Yeah, his name is Ed O'Neill, but I could not.
Ed O'Neill, yeah.
I could not see out of that character. I'm like looking at, I mean, for Ed O'Neill as Al Bundy is like now looking at Omari Hardwick as Ghost. Like no matter what I see Omari Hardwick in, he is Ghost.
That's how I feel about J-Lo. No matter what, J-Lo is always Selena to me.
Yeah,
Denzel Washington is always going to be Malcolm X to me.
That's that Puerto Rican bias right there coming through.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, I'm just like, man. But I think some people play a character so well, it's hard to see them. You know what I'm saying? You know, as that like, I mean, when I was seeing,
like you mentioned movies, Lawrence Fishburne, he's always going to be Ike Turner to me.
Yeah, I mean,
nobody else but Ike Turner.
He'll always be Furious Styles to some though.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? All right, 90s favorite movies. I'm gonna start right here. My favorite movie of all time is Casino, right? Robert De Niro, Joe Pesci.
What?
Yeah. If anyone ever wanted to know what my relationship is like with my brother, my older brother, you know what I mean? Shout out to Mo, right? The way Pesci and De Niro interacted in that movie is the way we interact in real life. We interact just as those characters. You know what I mean? Sam Rothstein and Nicky Santoro, right? Obviously, you know which person I am. You know what I mean? I'm not the cool ass Sam Ralston guy. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just like, man, you know, that will always be my favorite movie, and my second favorite movie will always be Five Heartbeats. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That's my 1 and 2 right there.
Mark, to your point, my favorite movie, Casino, is up there, but I've always been Goodfellas over Casino. I can watch Goodfellas if it comes on TV. It's on. I'm going to watch it. That's one of my favorite. Ray Liotta. It got the normal characters as far as the gangster movies. I think that New Jack City came out in the 90s as well, didn't it?
Yeah. New Jack City was like must see. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you had to see it. And it's just like, man, I'm thinking I'm a young boy, like, man, yo, you know, I'm looking at my cousin like, man, y'all gonna sneak me in here. Like, cause that's back in, you know what I'm saying? It ain't like nowadays, like, you know, you just walk in, like, look, I'm 5 years old. I'm coming to see some gangsta ass shit. You know what I mean? Oh, you got the money for the ticket? Cool. Like back then, you know what I'm saying? They used to check in the board with the flashlight and all that. They used to do all that. Early 90s. So it's just like you're a little kid, you know?
And I think we cannot mention the 90s without mentioning one of the most critically acclaimed, one of the most famous critically acclaimed movies as far as the culture. And that's 1995 when Friday came out. I still remember where I was the first time I saw the movie, but that's one of the movies that got the 90s written. That's a staple in the culture as far as Friday. You got, matter of fact, my kid, I got my kids. Like, they've seen Friday. Like, you gotta watch Friday. I know you weren't fucking born yet, but this is a rites of passage. You gotta watch. You gotta at least watch the first one. You can watch the next two, but you gotta watch the first one. If you are Black and you got ties to the hood, you gotta watch Friday. And if you haven't seen Friday, I mean, you might be a fan or something. I might look at you wild if you our age, if you our age and you a dude, and be like, I never seen Friday before. I'm thinking you wearing a wire, bro. I'm just thinking you a fan off top.
So for me, there's a couple movies that I think about. I remember me and my homegirls going to see 2 movies: Set It Off and Waiting to Exhale. That was Set It Off and Waiting to Exhale was the movies that you went to go see with your homegirls. Like, we went to the theater and saw that together, bought our tickets. I remember seeing Set It Off. I think it was Set It Off at King's Plaza Movie Theater in Brooklyn, New York. That's Throwback. But my favorite movie of all time, that I have seen a million times, that I wrote, that I can spit verbatim, is The Last Dragon.
And that's 80s. That's 80s too.
Oh, right. So, but I was born in 1980, so I didn't get to watch that until I was about my teens. And that movie right there, that movie came out, I want to say 84, maybe even.
Hey, some movies be like that
all time.
Like, I didn't see Sylvester Stallone First Blood until I was in the 90s, right? And that came out in the 80s. But the thing I liked about that movie is they ain't even talk like really to the end. All he was doing was just, you know what I mean, for real, you know, like roughing people up, killing people all the way until Yami got captured. Then he talked to his sergeant after that, and then they took him to jail. But it wasn't really no talking for like 2 hours, just all action. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's a couple movies like in the 90s. I remember we went to go see Malcolm X as a school field trip to discuss that movie. Oh man, it's Above the Rim. You got
90s.
For me, it was The Bodyguard with Whitney Houston. Those movies, Belly, right? Those are movies, and I've never even really seen Belly like that, but that's a movie that everybody.
Man, listen, Belly. I'm gonna say like this: the first scene, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's all you really need to remember about the movie. Like, I don't even be remembering the movie. I just remember the first scene. Like, the first scene was just so iconic. Belly, right?
The song and how they came. That's how you open a fucking movie, bro. That when I saw Mark, I still remember when I first saw it. I'm like, this movie is about to be the.
Damn, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Yeah, I mean, Stacks was mid-sentence too.
Best, right? But that was one of those movies. Like, yeah, Belly is one of those. It's those movies where you don't remember much about it, but you remember that opening scene.
Hell yeah.
Stacks, you good? There's a little fuzz.
Now, oh wait a minute, can I see him? I think I can see him. All right.
Stacks?
I got so excited I bumped my desk and knocked my damn camera off, man.
Yeah.
But
we all been there before. We all been there on this show before. Y'all mean trust me.
I'ma just say it like this, man. My favorite movie of all time came out in '95 along with Friday, and that's Dead Presidents. That not the '90s. The '90s just hands down. You got Dead Presidents. You have
every Denzel movie that came out in the '90s. Every Denzel
came out in the '90s. So did Love Jones. So did Juice. So did Menace. Man,
Menace
came out.
Shit.
Man,
Boys in the Hood.
Those are all classics.
He came out in the '90s. He was the shit too.
Classics.
White Men Can't Jump came out in '92.
He got game.
He got game. Yep.
He got game. Came out.
Yeah, I remember that.
And they were there was. I mean, Bad Boys.
A Bronx Tale came out in the '90s, I believe.
Yeah, that's right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Forrest Gump came out. I love Forrest. If I met Forrest in real life, he would be my friend.
That's another movie I watch every time it fucking come on. Forrest Gump, one of my favorite movies of all time. Absolutely.
Yeah, Forrest Gump is on
Varsity
top of the
Blues. That's another one of my favorite. That one came out in the '90s as well, man. '90s. If you, that was just the best time to grow up. I'm sorry.
What a time to be alive, right?
Here's a movie that I watch before every football season. It's Any Given Sunday.
Absolutely. Why not?
Football season starts. It's a must watch. And leave me alone while I'm watching that. You know what I'm saying? Or Remember the Titans was dope. Like, based on a true story, obviously. Right. You know what I'm saying? That actually happened. You know what I mean?
No matter what you did, you was gonna run a mile.
Yeah, you know. I was like, yeah, Remember the Titans? Like, my cousin went to that school, T.C. Williams. You know what I mean? Alexandria, Virginia.
When did Remember the Titans came out? That might have been 2000.
Might have been. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, man, I'm trying to tell you, you know, it was a lot of good movies, you know, that came out that still stuck around. Like, you still watch them. Like, yeah, I mean, come on, you still watch them.
It missed the cut by 1 year. Remember the Titans came out in the year 2000.
Oh man, yeah. See, I just, you know, bringing back, you know, these are things that we grew up on, right? And we always say it. I know we sound like old women and old men when we say it, that these kids they don't have it like we had it. They don't know nothing about nothing. Major Pain. She said Major Pain. Like, these are all movies that are part of our culture. These are movies that shaped up the 90s. Shaped a lot of us that are in our 30s and 40s right now. It shaped a lot of us, and this is why we can't connect to what's happening at the current moment with music and movies and TV. There's not, you know, I love Abbott Elementary. Abbott Elementary is a very, very good show. That's
shout out Quinta Brunson, Philly all day. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You know, let's do that.
Being the only woman to be nominated for three awards for her show.
She's the
first one, so she's
man. Shout out Auntie Cheryl, you know what I mean? For real, you know, married to my old boss, State Senator Vincent Hughes, you know what I mean? So Auntie Cheryl, you know what I mean? I see her from time to time, you know what I'm saying? For real, Auntie Cheryl, that's what's up. Low Down Dirty Shit. Man, listen, that's another movie, you know what I mean? It always come on late and I'll stay up and watch it. You know what I'm saying? You know, seriously.
Fiction, yeah, Thin Line, damn.
Thin line between love and hate. That's right.
Best era ever.
Best era ever. Yeah. So we just wanted to. So today we just wanted to, you know, take it back for a little bit and be a little bit nostalgic and
no doubt.
Just, you know, lighten it up a little bit, because the world is going through a lot right now. It's really heavy. Every day there's more news about something dramatic or violent happening. So we wanted to lighten it up a little bit. We may get into some toxic stuff next week. You know,
party. How we forgot about the house party?
House party.
House party. Yeah. House party. Yeah, that was my shit.
The movie at the college.
High Learning.
High Learning.
No. Spike Lee.
Do Right Thing.
No.
School days.
School
Day.
days.
That might be 80s.
That's
That might be
82.
80s.
That's
Day.
That might be
82.
80s.
Yeah. They
Dang.
just showed that. You know what I mean? For that be coming on like Stars
Yeah,
something.
that's
You know
88.
what I mean?
That's 88.
School days is
Yeah.
88.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
See
Yeah.
that. See, well, thank you so much, you guys, for joining me tonight. Shout out to Merv and Tina and Sean. Merv will be back, I'm guessing, next week. He's out of town right now. Shout out to Tina B. Tina B couldn't join us today. Much love to her. Sean, anyway.
You know what I'm saying? Jeez, that's
Sean is
cold.
the one you love to hate. Thank you so much, Mark and Stacks, for
That
joining
dude
me.
said, I'm convinced.
We are going to close this out. In closing, what is your parting words, Mr. Mark? Day after your birthday. What
Man,
do you
I'm gonna say like this, you know, it's a city summer. You know what I mean? I'm gonna just like, you know what I mean, whether you participating in it, whether you on the sidelines, you're involved. I don't care. Oh, Mark, I'm not in the city business. Yes, you are, and this is why. Because when you turn on your radio, you're involved. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna say like this: the City Girls musically, they are wiping the floor with the City Boys right now. I mean, they got the two biggest anthems of the summer. You know what I'm saying? That will be Glorilla. You know what I mean? With the F and F. Oh, shout out to Glorilla. You know what I'm saying? Signed with Yo Gotti's label. 500K on the deal. You know what I'm saying? So shout to her. You know what I mean? For a new money. You know what I'm saying? Megan Thee Stallion.
$500,000?
500,000. You know what I mean? Had a bit more and Yo Gotti won it. You know what I'm saying? Megan Thee Stallion got you know what I mean? She came with the Plan B joint. Megan Thee Stallion is actually turning the tide with this damn song because people really don't even care if Tory Lanez is found innocent or not because Plan B is a fucking hit. You know what I'm saying?
But
so
people only like the song
care.
because of the beat. People
You know
because that's a classic 90s beat. That's the reason why the song is so likable.
This is true, but also people like the song because she's talking shit, and people love people who talk shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, she's winning. She's winning on this. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, man, but we got that. And then going back, you know what I mean, for real to the 90s with TV shows, movies, the music, the culture, you know what I'm saying? And let me be remiss if I don't mention sports and I don't mention Michael Jordan. You know what I mean? For real, the greatest ever to do it. And those in the fucking shoes. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm just like, man, listen, when you got your first pair of Jordans, you know what I mean? And then you start getting a couple more pairs. And in the 90s, they was up to like, you know what I mean, for number 11 and 12 and all that type of shit. So I was like, man, so shout to all the fashion in the 90s too. You know what I'm saying? And listen, young bulls, guess what? All the shit y'all wearing, y'all mean y'all recycling it from the 90s. I tell my nephews this every day. I was like, we was rocking this before. You know what I'm saying? I know you think it's new, but it ain't. So, you know what I mean? For the 90s, man, all day.
What you got, Stacks?
Shout out to the entire guy squad. I'm not calling everybody out by name because I'm that fucking lazy. Just happy to have the opportunity to kick it with y'all on this Wednesday. Shout out to the 90s, man. Like I said, man, when we get on some of these pods, well, for me, you kind of I literally halfway through some of these pods, I forget when you're having so much fun and you start talking about stuff in the nostalgia, you forget you live. Right. So I hope I didn't say anything fucking crazy that'll get us clipped or nothing like that. I probably didn't, but this was fun. It's always fun to mention, to reminisce about, like you said, Becca, what a time to be alive. It was fun having the city girl, city boy discussing that, the Mount Rushmore. Maybe we can expand it one day and do like a March Madness of City Boys, City Girls, see who advance based off of their credentials. We need to set that one up.
You might have to look into that, right?
A tournament, a City Boys, City Girls tournament.
Like Becca say, I mean, everything is good in the 90s. Shout out to the class of 97. If you graduated high school in 97, I mean, it's I hate to be biased, but I mean, it was just a great year to graduate high school. I'm sorry, I didn't ask her to post that. That's what it is. But that's all I got. And Becca, take us home. Shit.
Well, thank you so much. For me, I love the 90s. I loved everything about the 90s. If I was to have to go back to a decade and keep living it over and over again, it'll be the 90s. I just love it. I want to make sure that everybody that's following us, please follow us on Twitter, the Guys Podcast too, Instagram, the Guys Pod, of course, Facebook Live, YouTube Live. Catch us on Blackjack TV. We have our own network, you guys, on Strim.com. Strim.com, STRIMM.com, channel 6 is the
Channel
Guys
6.
Pod Network. So we are moving up in the world. We do have our own network that you can join and get all things concerning the guys. You can see us shuffle our members around. We have Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday for you. They'll be back on Monday to discuss all kinds of stuff. Mark, you'll be back on Monday to do that. Tuesday,
Yep.
we got your P-Valley review. And then after P-Valley is done, we're going right back into Power Universe with Raising Canaan. So we will continue on with that. That's finally coming back. So I'm enjoying that. And Wednesday is the whatever we want Wednesday. That's what we're going to call it. Whatever we want Wednesday. We'll come here and talk shit. We may school you. We may be toxic. We may laugh. We may reveal some stuff about all kinds of personal things. But Wednesday is our, free for all pod. So make sure you catch us there. Like, comment, share. Like, tell people, tell a friend to tell a friend to come join us and be live with us. We love when we have people in the comments. Rika, we love you so much.
To get with my friends, and we could be friends.
We could be friends. Right in the comment section.
Right.
We love you so much. Rika shows up for us every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I love seeing her name. Sam, thank you so much for showing up. We enjoy you as well. We want to shout out to everybody watching, everybody commenting. We would not be here if it wasn't for you guys. So thank you so much. And on
OTT
that,
class 97, she was in the building tonight.
OTT was in the building too. We love when she's toxic in the comments too. So with that, we are going to say good night, y'all. Happy Wednesday. Enjoy the rest of your week. We'll see you Monday.
Peace.